kind of see.
Hey guys. Well, another Sunday, we're here together. Hopefully, we can make another good day out of this. Come together, talk about current events, maybe some mafia stories. And, look, Sundays isn't all about me. This is my channel, but I want to share my channel with you. I want to hear about you guys, and I want to hear about your stories and what's going on in your life. At the end of the day, we all have a story. You know my story, some of it. I like to hear some of your stories. So I want to share that with you. And I look forward to Sundays because this is where we all come together and we can share each other's positiveness off each other and, be nice to each other, stuff like that. Be respectful and enjoy each other's friendship and things like that. Look, there's a lot of things going in the world today, with all this craziness with this vaccine, the division, everyone's divided. You got the Republicans, you got the Democrats, you got, a lot of crazy things going on today. So I'm going to throw a link up there and hopefully we could chop it up. We'll have some good conversations and let's see what comes out of this. We'll make another nice video out of this and let's have some fun with it, okay? And let's be respectful. So let me throw the link up and go from there. Copy. Paste. Just give me a minute, guys. Okay, and here we go. Okay, so I threw a link up there. Let's all get together over here. I see you got cops off the cuff in the chat room. What's up, Bill and Phil? I love you guys. You guys are great. I love your podcast. BCP Sack, Brooklyn Rob, Chase Waring, CC, Boston J. Hello, guys. Well, let's make another nice day out of this, and let's see Uncle P, Freddie B, Joe Antonora. Joey Antonora, this is the first one for you. Hi, Joe. Thanks for coming in. Boston J, what's up, baby? So I threw a link up. You guys can grab the link. We'll see who comes in. Okay, so I got Ray the Road Dog. Now, Ray the Road Dog is a school teacher out of Georgia. I had a conversation with him yesterday, and he's a very real guy. I'm going to throw him in. Let's see what he has to say. What's up, Ray? Hold up. Let me see where I am over here. I don't hear you.
All right, is that better?
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
How's everything?
Oh, it's doing great, man. It's a beautiful day down here.
Where I am over here. Oh, wait up. I don't hear you.
Can you still hear me? All right, is that better?
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
How's everything?
Oh, it's doing great, man. It's a beautiful day down here.
Where I am over here. Oh, wait up. I don't hear you.
Can you still hear me? All right, is that better?
What's up, man?
Hey, buddy, how you doing?
How's everything? Do you have the TV on?
No, sir. Just my computer.
Can you still hear me? All right, is that better? What's up, man? Hey, buddy, how you doing? I'm going to remove you and come back in.
You got it, buddy.
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
What's up, buddy? 1247. You hear me? 1247. You hear me?
Hello, Mr. Calandra.
Who's this? Alphonse?
Hello, Mr. It's me. How are you, Mr.
Alphonse,
Calandra?
what's up? Alphonse, it's like we do this every week. How's it?
You
How's
know,
everything?
thank you for having me. Very good, Mr. Calandra. How are you? How is your family?
Good. I tell you, a lot of people are talking about you. Thanks for asking
I
about my
know.
family. A lot of people, you're becoming very famous because you come on every Sunday. What are you gonna do? Ask me more questions about the Lucchese family?
Only
Huh?
if you allow me to, Mr. Calandra. Only
I,
if you allow me to.
look, this is what I'm gonna do. Okay, I like you. You're very respectful. I'm gonna give you 3 questions. Okay.
Three. It's
I'm gonna
always
do-
a privilege. Thank you for allowing it. So 3 questions. Okay, let me ask for something new then. Anthony Boat Barata from the Lucchese's, of course.
Anthony Bawaparetta. Wow. He's Anthony Bawaparetta is I spent time with him in Otisville. He was actually uh he was an acting boss of the Lucchese crime family. He was a nice guy, had a lot of money. He was in the heroin business. He owned restaurants. He owned horses, and he was a great cook.
Oh, what
And
type of
and
yes?
I actually have his ID card from Otisville. He gave it to me when I left. He handed me his ID card, and I have it.
I've seen that on your Instagram, Mr. Calandra, and it was a really great thing, to see that was. I wanted to ask you about Barata. What kind of a guy was he? Like, you knew him well, you're the real deal. You know DeSantis, Dela Russo, Papagan, you know all the guys. For Barata, what kind of a guy was he?
Well, I spent time with him, and we were in the units together. What happened was Anthony Bawat, uh, Gas Pipe. When Gas Pipe came to Otisville, Bawat, Mikey DeSantis, Frankie Lestarino, a few other guys, Sally Avelino. This is when Mikey Spinelli was getting made because you can't straighten him out without a boss. And what happened was they end up putting him in a cell and they straightened him out. And I was standing outside, I was watching God and keeping Chicky as all these guys, Sally Avelino, Mikey DeSantis, uh, Gas Pipe, Anthony Bawat, and Frankie Lestarino was straightening out Mikey Spinelli. They were doing a ceremony with him, and they made him in a prison cell in Otisville.
I found out later on that, because Gaspipe did it without Vic Musso's permission, that Mikey Spinelli was never recognized. So they did the making ceremony, but he was actually never recognized because it wasn't done in an official way. And so for, Boat as well, he was on the shelf when he came out of prison in 2012. And then, in 2017, Michael DeSantis took him off the shelf. And now, once again, Barata is active. How do you feel about that?
Well, you know what? These guys are really legitimate gangsters. They really are stand up guys. They did a lot of time. They never open up their mouth and they have a lot of respect. So, whatever Mikey does, he's the boss and I'm sure he gets it from Vic. But that's very accurate what you're saying that, Vic didn't know about Mikey Spinelli getting straightened out. So he really wasn't acknowledged as a wise guy. Actually, Gene Gotti really never looked at Michael Spinelli as a wise guy when I was away with them. And there was a little beef there where Patty Della Russo came forward with Gene Gotti and he told him, he said, Mikey is a friend of ours. And, they wanted Gene Gotti to respect him and acknowledge him as a wise guy. But I can't tell you too much more about Anthony Bawat, but I can tell you that he was a great cook. I used to go downstairs near the microwave and I would heat up all the vegetables. And he owned restaurants. He was a good guy. and that's basically what I know of him. He was in the heroin business, and he had tons of money, and he's from Harlem.
Thank you very much for that. I always wanted to know more about Boat Barata. So, could I ask you about Salvatore Avelino? How was he? What type of a guy was he? And what conversations did you have with him?
Salvatore Avelino was a gentleman, tons of money in the garbage business. He has a brother, Carmine Avellino. They're from Long Island, and they have a lot of juice. They're very stand up. I don't know, what their participation today is in the mob. I'm not sure. I'm sure they got some kind of status. But Sally Avellino used to drive around the boss of the Lucchese family back in the day.
I've
You
heard
know,
it, yeah.
yes, and but these guys are heavy hitters. The guys that you're talking about, you're never gonna see guys like that again. This is like once in a lifetime. You're ever gonna run into guys like this. And I was fortunate to spend some time with them, and it's a good memory I have. But that's basically how much I know about Savolino. He did a long time. He ended up doing like 10 years, and then he had to do another bid after that because he got more time. But I really don't know too much more about him.
When you spoke to Salavelino, what type of a guy was he? Was he like a gentleman, and did he have good advice to you? Because he's a lot older than you, and of course he drove a Tony Duck's Corolla around. He's been around
Yes.
for a while.
Well, the last time I saw Sally Avellino was in Brooklyn, MDC. I got picked up in October of 1999, and I end up getting on the floor with him. And when he saw me, he said, Jimmy, he said, you're under indictment with these kids, meaning the Bath Avenue crew. And I said, yes, Sally. I said, I just came home. He said, Jimmy, he says, I feel bad for you. He says, you just came home. He says, you're back in jail, and but he's a gentleman, and he's a class act. He really is. He's very liked by a lot of people, and he's in this mafioso stuff for a very long time, mostly all his life.
Thank you for that, Mr. Calandra. If I could ask one more, with the Bath Avenue crew, your friends Polly, Elena, and all, um, did they also know Michael DeSantis, Patty Della Russo, Georgie Zappola? And if so, how did they speak about them to you when you were in the life? What was their opinions on them?
Well, Georgie Sapola was from our neighborhood. He was a captain uh, underneath gas pipe. Mike DeSantis was from the other side of the neighborhood, McDonald Avenue. When we saw these guys, they were wise guys to us. They had a lot of power. We were just kids in the neighborhood at that time, making our bones and trying to do anything to get acknowledged by the family. My friend Paulie G, he would basically have done anything to get straightened out, and that's what he want. And his plan was, once he gets straightened out, then you know what, maybe I'll get straightened out. And in that life, you need that button, because once you get that button, you basically have a license to do anything you want.
So, in your neighborhood, did like Paulie get to speak to Michael DeSantis? Because you did, and that's a
No,
really interesting
Paul,
thing.
no, Paulie G never got to speak to Mikey DeSantis, because the only reason I spoke to Mike DeSantis because my family was close with him, and I know him since I was a kid. But no, Paulie G never got to speak with him. But Paulie G was very close with Frankie Pagani. He
Oh,
was, he
yeah.
was he was very close with him. And if he wouldn't have been on record with the Bonanno family, he most likely probably would have been on record with Frank Pagani, because Frank Pagani lived on Bay 20th Avenue and 86th Street, and he liked Paulie a lot, and he probably could have saved Paulie if Paulie was, you know, in the Lucchese crew. But you know, that's basically it. A lot of people like Paulie because Paulie had a lot of balls. He was very respectful, and unfortunately, he gets murdered by his own friends.
You know, Mr. Calandra, when you heard of Michael DeSantis being the acting boss and when the news came out, of course you were around him, you were around Matthew Madonna as well. You could have been like a maid guy, you could have been even more than that. So when you hear that Michael DeSantis became the acting boss, knowing how close you were to him, was there ever a part of you that thought, if I was still in the life, I could have, been with him. I could have been a big guy in that life. Did you ever feel tempted, like thinking I missed out on that?
Well, you know what? I look back and I say to myself every so often, you know what? If I never cooperated with the government, which I did, and you know what? I have a totally different life now. I got 2 children. I go to work. But if I stayed in that life, there's no doubt in my mind I would have got straightened out in that family. I was very close with Manny Madonna. I was very close with Mikey DeSantis. They were both gentlemen to me. Like I said, before I got to Lewisburg Penitentiary, uh, Mikey DeSantis reached out to a guy by the name of Oscar DeSarian. Oscar DeSarian is an old time gangster, and he reached out to Manny Madonna because Manny Madonna was in contact with him, and Manny Madonna knew that I was on my way to Lewisburg. Once I got to Lewisburg Penitentiary, Manny Madonna got me to J Block with Herbie Sperling, and the rest is history.
Thank you very much, Mr. Calandra. You said I could have 3 questions, but you allowed me to have a bit extra more. So I
Sure.
really appreciate that very much, Mr. Calandra. It's always a privilege to come
Give
and
me
speak to you.
Alphonse. Give me one more.
Thank you very much, Mr. Calandra.
You got it.
And off the top of my head, if I could think of one, did you meet? No, I don't think you're. Did you ever meet a person by the name of Joseph De Fede? His nickname was Little Joe. He became the acting boss of the Lucchese's
I
under
never
Vic.
met him. No, I know who you're talking about. I never met him.
Oh, did you actually hear about him on the street?
Yes,
What was his reputation like on the street?
I didn't hear that much about him. I just there's certain guys in my neighborhood that ring a bell when you hear their name. As far as him, I really didn't know him, and if I heard his name, I really didn't care about him, because I didn't know him. If I seen him, I'd probably be respectful towards him, but I really didn't know anything about him.
Okay, Mr. Calandra, could I please ask for just one more question? I think I have a
Sure.
good one.
Sure.
Thank you. If you met Georgie Conte today, because that was I've saw a lot of your videos, very interesting videos. That's a very dangerous guy, that is, and knowing who you are today, a changed person living a new life. If you saw Georgie Conte today, do you think you would just turn the other corner and not wanna like speak to him or look away and not even wanna bother risk him seeing you, or would you instead, go and speak to him or just do whatever? What would you do, Mr. Calandra?
No, I wouldn't talk with him because he killed my childhood friend John Polio, and it came out later on that he did that. Someone else was getting blamed for that. I got a kid by the name of Mikey Hamster, and then later on it came out because the streets talk. But I'm not a fan of Georgie Conte. When I was a kid, Georgie Conte turned me and my friends on to cocaine, and we would do cocaine with him.
Mm,
So he's a guy I really don't respect, because I don't respect guys that kill young kids.
I remember that story, and that was, it actually pulled me back a bit when you said he put you onto cocaine because, a wise guy, you'd never expect him to behave like that. Really, never.
Well, you know what? Those wise guys didn't have as much class as the other higher wise guys. You know,
That's right. That's right, Mr. Calandra. And actually, if I could just sneak in one last one now, one
yeah,
last one.
one more because you're very respectful and everyone's talking about you. Everyone messaged me. They said that Alphonse, he's so polite, and they
Thank
say
you.
me and they say, I hope I get on before Alphonse.
Yeah, I've seen the comments, yes. If you saw Georgie Zapola today, what about him? Because you said he was very dangerous, big manipulator. If you saw him today, would you speak to him, or is that somebody that you would want to just turn away from because he's very dangerous?
Well, you know what? Look, we're all dangerous. You know, I mean, we could all be dangerous, but the thing is, these are people I no longer associate with. You know, I have a different life. I don't associate with them no more. You know, they're still doing their thing. I changed my ways. I was never a wise guy. I walked away from that life. I saved my life, and I'm happy where I'm at. You know, but these guys, you know, they're very fed in that uh, mafia thing, that mafia family. But me personally, no, I would not walk up to him. If me and him were anywhere near each other, I tell you the truth, who knows? Hopefully, it'll just be, walking away, stuff like that. But hopefully, that never happens. As far as being in the same company with him, because I wouldn't want to be in none of these guys' companies.
Thank you very much for allowing me to come on. It's always a privilege and it's always a learning experience because I always walk away with something new when speaking to you, Mr. Calandra. So I appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Alphonse, thank you so much. You're so polite, and come back next Sunday.
Thank you, Mr. Calandra.
Well, let me ask you something. Are you
Yes?
are you a journalist? What are you looking to do? Are you writing a book? What is it? Are you writing a book on the Lucchese family? What are you doing?
I do a lot of writing in my own spare time about the mafia, specifically the Lucchese family. That's like a hobby of mine. To turn it into a book, would really be something great. But I'm so caught up with work that I have in college now that I'm doing less and less of the writing in my own personal time. But one day I'd really like to write a book. And speaking with you, it's a real like privilege. It's a great experience, and like I said, a really good learning experience. But I'm really interested in the Lucchese family, and I'm always willing to learn more about it, especially the Brooklyn faction, the guys that you know, the Amuso loyalists.
Yes. Yeah, those guys are beast. All those guys actually took a global plea to 22, 23 years, and that's the time they did. So they're all stand-up guys, and they're all dangerous guys. But look, it was nice having you. Come again next week, and you're very polite. Thanks for the questions, and I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Mr. Calandra. I appreciate it. Have a good night.
You too, buddy. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we're good now.
Okay. How are you today?
Ray the Road Dog.
Yes,
How are
sir.
you? Yeah, I spoke with you last night. I reached out to a friend of mine. You're located in Atlanta. You're a school teacher. You want to tell us a little about yourself?
Hi. Well, yeah, I'm just a guy who I teach elementary school. I know it doesn't look like it, but yeah, I teach second, fourth, and fifth special needs kids. Um, and I'm also in charge of a little club at school called the Young Men of Character, where we take fourth and fifth grade boys and try to get them, show them a little different direction about how life should be as opposed to the way it is here, pretty much.
Okay. And I spoke with you last night, and we were talking about uh, helping these kids because the school that you are teaching, tell us the name of the school.
Okay. It's South Dodge Elementary. It's in a little, very, very small town in middle Georgia, central Georgia. Uh, we have about 600 kids. If you know anything about the education system, maybe you do, maybe you don't. We're a Title One school, which indicates most of the population of our schools at a lower socioeconomic level. Um, and it's just something about this place. I've been to three other school systems prior to this one, and it's just something about this place, man. It's just different, and there's a lot of love in that building. There is between the kids, the staff, right up to the administrators, man. It's just a really a different place, a really different kind of learning environment because where we are, you can visibly see every day that the people who come to work to teach them these kids love these kids, and that's what makes the difference.
Now, yesterday I was speaking to you, and this is very important to me. Like, this is something that I really want to help out with. Uh, I reached out to a woman by the name of Elizabeth Grable. Okay, she wrote a book. The name of the book is Unbreakable Me.
Mm-hmm.
Still I Rise. I sent that to you. And
Yep.
she has a nonprofit organization. I was on the phone with her last night for maybe an hour or so, maybe even a little longer. And we really got into it. And this is something that's to her heart. She wants to help with this. She's 2 hours away from you. And anything to do with children, and she could be helpful, she's gonna do it. So
That's great, man.
yeah, we're in the talks.
Oh,
uh, what we're doing is we're looking to raise some money for your school, and we want to get these kids, we want to put a smile on these kids faces, because it's very important. I'm 52 years old. I'm at a place in my life where I want to help people. That's what I want to do.
you
And
don't know how much you would be helping, bro. You
and
really don't.
and there's nothing more to me than helping children, because children are the future of our uh, world. And these kids, I had a conversation with you, and I said, how's the ratio of the married couples there, and the job, what's the solution? So I was talking to Elizabeth Grable, and she was talking about something about mentoring these kids and creating some kind of mentorship, or maybe some kind of life coaching for these kids,
Yeah.
because we were talking about these kids, uh, they're innocent. And look, we could sit in front of a therapist, and we could talk to a therapist, and maybe a therapist might understand us. But a child talking to a therapist cannot comprehend or relate to a
They
therapist.
don't have the cognitive skills to actually verbalize or to even understand most times what these feelings truly are, you know. So, and that's what we try to do with the young men of character. We take these boys, and we have a young women of character, excuse me, as well. And we take same grade age. We have a lady who's a dear friend of mine who leads them, and we do projects with them. We have people come and talk to them. Last Thursday, we had a group of pilots come and talk to them from a local FAA approved school that's nearby, and they thoroughly enjoyed it, And if we had people, willing to help, such as yourself, such as this beautiful human being that you just told me about, man, what really could we ask for? Just your willingness to talk to me right now, man, is amazing. And I think another thing that we haven't really approached the subject well enough yet is through this COVID pandemic. I don't think we've seen yet what it's done to our kids. I know for a fact that there's been a lot of uptick in misbehavior, let's just say, violence, not necessarily in our schools, but in surrounding areas. And you can't help but believe that this having the kids out of school in this pandemic was done to them, And
Well, look, what I want to do is, the name of the elementary school is South Dodge Elementary, Eastman, Georgia.
yes,
It's 2 hours away from where Elizabeth Grable is.
Mhm.
She's an author. She has a nonprofit organization. What I'm going to do is, I want to reach out to all these people that are on YouTube. Okay, I want to reach out to Sammy the Bull. I want to reach out to Michael Francesi. I want to reach out to Larry Mezza, as much as we don't like each other. I want to reach out to Johnny A. Light. I want to reach out to the Gottis. Okay, all you people out there that are somebody that we can help these kids. Okay, I'm humbling myself. I'm reaching out to you. I want to help this man. I want to help these children. Okay, I want to put a smile on their face. They need clothes. They need school supplies. They need a lot of things.
They
because
need a lot of love too, brother.
and,
A lot of love.
and a lot of love and a lot of mentoring ship. So
Exactly.
if you have connections, and I know Michael Francesi is a big shot on this YouTube, and I know he has a heart and he's a true believer in God. I know Sammy has a lot of juice. If you can help these children in any way, reach out to South Dodge Elementary, Easton, Georgia, the elementary school. And we would really, truly appreciate that. I'm going to
You
be
can
on.
also, I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt
Okay.
you. You can also message me here, and I can contact you, give you email, my personal email, whatever you need. And again, guys, this all came about because I reached out and asked you to simply just come speak to my kids via Zoom, man. Man, forget about it. You're the real deal, brother. And I won't ever hear anybody say anything different.
Well, you know what? Listen, people don't like me because I bite back, so that's fine. I understand that. But the thing is, look, these are children that need help. I was a child at one time and I needed some mentoring. My mom and dad separated at a young age. And once I realized I was a greater force than my mother, no one could stop me. What I did was I looked up to the wrong people. And you know what? I got mixed up in a lot of nonsense.
And that's exactly what's happening in our neighborhoods too, man. I mean, even at a young age, kids are getting caught up in things that they definitely should not be, man. Definitely should not be.
So we're gonna go forward with this. I'm gonna keep on pushing this. Elizabeth Grable is in your neck of the woods. I tell you, you know what? She's a really great speaker, and she has so much heart for this, where she really wants to get into this. When I was telling her about this, she just kept on going on and on and on. And I said, wow, Elizabeth, I said, you know what? I said, you really are a good speaker, and she's a woman of color and she's tough too, and I know her. She's a friend of my family, and she became an author the beginning of this year. So what we're going to do is we're going to get some funds. We're going to raise some funds. We're going to get together and we're going to put this together. And, we're going to, go back and forth and see what they need and stuff like that. And whoever we have to reach out to, even if we have to reach out to the public, and we're going to get this done, because this is something that needs to be done. These kids are very special.
Yes.
They are
our heart, man.
And they have people like you. You are a hero. Okay, you're a hero. The pictures you sent me with those kids, how all those kids admire you and they love you. You know what? You touched my heart.
Thank you, man. But I think it's evident that I love what I do. And there's 70 other people in the building that are just like me, man.
And you know what? God bless you guys, man. Seriously, because you know what? We need people like you, because these children in the world today, it's a crazy world, and they need people like you to be there for them, because like I said, look, you told me a story. Can you tell me the story you told me yesterday over the phone? Is that possible?
Yes, sir. I can be I'm going to be very vague about it.
Be very vague about it.
Oh my gosh. Last week, I'm in my lower grade, we'll say that, classroom, and I'm doing some work on the computer. I'm modifying some things that some of my students need. And this little girl, she just kept staring at me. And I would look up, and every time I look up from the computer, she was staring at me. And I said, "Baby, are you okay? Come here." Obviously there was something in her face, man. I can't explain it, but I knew that child wanted to tell me something. Why me? I don't know. But she came to me. She didn't want to. I said, "Well, you want to tell me what's going on?" She said, "No."
Let me just stop you for 1 minute, okay?
Yes, sir.
I got Joey D. I'll start with this donation. God bless you. Your efforts, Road Dog Ray. God bless those kids. He sends $100. So that $100 will come to me, and eventually I'll be sending that to you. Okay.
Joey D. God bless you. God bless you, Joey D.
All that is $100. It's not.
It's 100 more than we had, brother.
Okay. So I'll get that $100 to you, and we're gonna continue to raise more than that. You know what I mean? Because
honesty, thank you.
In all honesty, it's all about these kids.
That's I 100% agree.
But go ahead, finish that story.
Yeah. So as I was saying, I could just tell something about her face. She had to tell me. So I called her back, and she just fell into me. I was sitting down. She's a little kid, you know. I'm 6'4", 237 pounds, you know. She just fell onto me, and I said, "Baby, what's wrong? What's wrong?" And she just shook her head. I said, "Would you like to write it down?" And she wrote it down. And what she told me was she was being beaten by her parents, and it almost killed me. That's the second time this has happened to me. The first time it happened, Jimmy, it was my first day of when I was student teaching. A child came up and told me this. But this time was a little different, man. It was just something about that child's face that I knew she for me, for some reason, she wanted to. So we took it. I took it. I reported it as a mandated reporter. We have to report anything like that that should come around, and things are happening. Let's just say that. That's all I can really say about it.
Well, you know what? Thank you for you. And
Thank you. And thank all of you guys watching too, man. I appreciate it. My kids are gonna love. I'm gonna show this to my kids tomorrow, man. And you probably hear 600 children screaming somewhere in America. You know what I mean?
so right now you got $100 coming.
Thank you.
Jimmy, anything for the kids? You got another $19.99 over here.
Wow.
Let's see. Touring the block, Jimmy. Anything for the kids? God bless you and this man and his kind soul. Stay
Thank
on.
you.
Stay on. Don't go anywhere right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And another guy gave $50.
What?
Yes, another guy gave $50. Uncle P, $50. So far you got $170.
Oh my God.
So a little at a time, but like I said,
Hey,
once we get Elizabeth Grable on here, she has a nonprofit organization. We're gonna raise some money for these kids, and I want to put a smile on their face. I want these kids to show love. I want them to feel the love, because I remember when I was growing up, when I was a kid, and my mom and dad first separated. I always missed my father once he left the house.
yeah.
So I always said, what, where's my father? And he went to Manhattan. And then I stopped waking up to my father, and I would cry here and there. I was a young kid, maybe 6 or 7 years old, and I didn't see my father. So, I know what these kids are struggling with. And sometimes they're even afraid to tell anybody what's
Absolutely.
going on, because you know what? They're afraid of the trust. They don't know,
You're right.
How the situation's gonna, you're gonna take them from their mother, where
Yep.
they're gonna end up. You're gonna break their heart. I'm saying then after that, they can't trust nobody else.
And it's more prevalent than you think, brother. Like I said, we have a small population of kids, and there are a lot. I'll just say there's a lot of broken homes. There's a lot of grandparents raising children, and God knows they're doing the best they can. You know what I mean? But again, where we live, there's just not a lot of opportunity for people. So people just get by the best they can, and it's sad. It's a sad state of affairs, and it breaks your heart every day when you go in there. But you just find a way to push through and just show as much love. You can tell a kid anytime that you love them, but you show them.
I got another one for you.
Yes, sir.
Vincent Sorelli, $25 for the kids, Jimmy.
Wow. Thank you, Mr. Vincent. God bless you.
You got another 25, and
Thank you.
I'll add this up, and you'll get that check, and plus I might even I'll probably give you a donation too.
Thank you, man.
Like I said,
my senior cat Tiger's pretty happy about it too. Sorry.
Yeah, we're gonna continue to help these kids out, and if you could give it from your heart, send it to these kids.
Yeah.
And, all the. Here's another 20. Italian
thank
style.
you. Thank you, Italian style. You're the man. Thank you. God bless you.
So, this is just the beginning, But, like I said, I want to reach out to all the big guys out there. Michael Francesi. This is not about me. This is about children. This man over here is opening up his heart. I spoke to him on the phone. Sammy the Bull. Okay? All these guys that are out there that are big shots, and you know what? You have some kind of platform. You could reach out to this man where he's located and your elementary school again.
Thank you, Fat Ball Sicilian.
Fat Ball Sicilian, another $20. So, like I said, and then I got another one for you over here. Kevin Buchanan, $50.
Oh my God, thank you.
Nice. And
No, this is too much, man. I mean, you guys, you just don't know how much it's going to help. I mean,
hey, listen, this brings tears to my eyes because
bro,
you know
I've
what?
already been choked up once a day.
I just
Recently, since we've been here.
These kids, I see these kids okay because you know what? I know these children. I know what they're going through. I'm saying, I mean, some of these kids don't even have clothes to go to school.
Yeah,
you know?
and shoes. Sometimes their shoes are quote unquote talking. You know, where the soul meets, and then they're walking and doing. It's we do have a clothes closet at our school, guys. We and we do the best we can, but sometimes we don't have. It's just the way it is, and we do what we can. Sometimes it's not like myself or anybody else has ever bought kids things that they need. We just do it because we love the kids, man. Yeah, I bought kids shoes before. I mean, I know probably half the teachers watching this have done the same thing,
And we got Bruce $10.
Thank you, Mr. Bruce. Thank you,
Jimmy. So you got another 10, and
my God is good, brother.
Hey, at the end of the show, maybe we'll have a nice little sum for you. We'll send it to you, and
yes, sir.
Like I said, you know what? Everything you're doing, I appreciate it. You're a hero to these children, and they need you.
I need them more than they need me, brother. You have no idea.
And you know what? I know you're enjoying them.
Yes.
These little.
You see. You obviously you see. My wife says I'm a big kid myself, so.
But you're a hero too. You're
definitely a hero. I'm just a dude, Mr. Jimmy. I'm just a dude.
And I appreciate you reaching out to me.
Thank you.
And for me to be involved in this, for you to pick me to be involved in this is an honor. This touches my heart, and it gives me something inside that really, I feel it.
Well,
so
your story is one of redemption. That's what's so key. Your story is one of redemption. You did things in your life. You paid for them, and you've moved on, and you've made good with the things that brought you here. You understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you? You've made a good out of the best you could out of the situation you were in, and you're coming out strong. And that's what I'm trying to tell these kids. They come from broken homes. The biggest thing that helped me when I was going through my education process, learning how to become a teacher, was I drove a bus, and I got to see where these kids come from. Sometimes they'd be lights on in the house. Sometimes they wouldn't. I'd drive by and you could see, light coming through the wood on the houses because they didn't have an insulation. I mean, that got me to where I am now. And where you were got you to where you are now, brother.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we got another. Anything I make here today is going towards you.
What?
J Dog 49.99. Another one going towards.
Thank you, J Dog. You guys are too much, man. Thank you.
So, this is nothing. We're gonna do a lot better than this. But these guys that are donating money to these kids, God bless you guys. Thank you so much. You're a list too. You're making a big difference in these kids' lives, and you're helping.
Yes. Thank you, Mike. God bless you, man.
Mike Slick, the kids, Jimmy and Ray. God bless you both, and God bless those kids.
Amen. Yeah, man.
But stay on for a while.
Yes, sir. Whenever you're ready.
Yeah, tell me about the environment over there.
Okay, we are in. Like I said, we're located geographically. It's called Dodge County. You can find it on a map. Very small area, located in the central Georgia. There's not a lot of industry there. I don't know. Maybe you remember when you were young, going down south of Florida. Some of your viewers might. You remember the Stuckey candy places? Stuckey's Candy. Yeah, well, there was a big Stuckey's Candy factory there in Eastman. It closed many, many years ago. and there's just not a lot of industry there. And there's, you know, unfortunately, that's the way it is. We have a college there. We have a one of the top rated um, FAA rated flight schools in the state of Georgia. That there's a lot to offer there, but also there's not a lot to offer there as well. If that makes any kind of sense
I got
whatsoever.
another one for you over here. Billy T. May,
Oh my God!
1999, from Coney Island and the Bay for the kids. There you go.
Thank you, Billy T. Man. God bless you, brother.
Billy, so much. Thank you. Wait, I got another one. Josie sending a
Hey,
$25.
Miss Josie, thank you. God bless. Thank you.
Josie sending $25. Thank you, Josie. God bless. That's very kind of you. Thank you. This is all going to the kids. We love these kids. We want to see
Thank
these
you.
kids do good, and we want to see them happy. And we need to give them love, some kind of mentorship, and
Yeah,
whatever we could do for them,
yeah,
whatever
man.
they need.
You're absolutely right. They're
So
gonna be the ones left
now,
running this
now
place when we all die. You know what I mean?
I got another one for you.
Yes, sir.
John Crack,
Thank you,
$20
man.
for the kids. Jimmy, great show. Keep up the good work.
Thank you so much, John. God bless you, man.
John,
Thank you.
thank you so much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it, and the kids really appreciate it.
You have no idea. It's
But
a
now,
beautiful thing.
yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
this is what's good about people coming together.
They're right.
We
There's
come
too much
together,
division in the world, man. Life is too short.
and you know what? There's a lot of hate in the world.
Yeah, you're right.
And this is the thing. You know what? We come together and we unite and we become powerful. You know,
You're absolutely right.
unity is power. When you're divided, then it's a mess. But yesterday I was talking to you, and
Yes, sir.
I was asking you some questions, and you were talking about the farms, that there used to be farms.
Yeah, there's a lot still there's a lot of agriculture that going on there, but I don't think it's nearly as it was once before because uh, the generation I guess that I'm in, maybe they all went to college and moved away, you know, proliferation going, people moving in and out, but there's just not a big population there. Therefore, there's no industry coming there. But land is vast and it's relatively cheap. If somebody wants to come open a business, man, it'd be a great little place. It's an awesome little community, for sure.
There you go, guys. You heard it. If you want to open a business, go out there.
Telling you.
Out. But Wise Guy TV, 1999. This is
Hey, thank you, wise guy. I watch you a lot, man. Thank you. Thank you. Wow, man, you got me. Wow, I'm overwhelmed a little bit, guys.
these guys.
I'm
These
grateful.
guys.
I'm grateful.
Yeah, they're helping us today.
Thank you. Wow.
And anything else you want to share with us?
Well, other than just my gratitude and just sheer joy at the day I've had today, with you and everybody who even just listened to my story, man, because these kids are worth fighting for, dude. I wouldn't be doing this if they weren't. I would not be doing this if it weren't. You know what I mean? I've not always been Mr. Nice Guy, Mr. Jimmy, if you know what I'm saying. I had a past too that wasn't so flowery, but I changed my life as well. And I think this is definitely what God put me on this earth to do, is to teach kids.
Well, you know what? Look, it's not where you start. It's where
Amen.
you finish, right? It's where you finish.
That's where I tell my kids all the time.
I mean, where did Moses start?
Hey, he started as a slave.
Where did he finish?
As a king, baby.
There you go. So it ain't where you start, it's where you finish. But
yes, sir.
All my subs, donating and giving to these children. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys.
I love you too. Thank you.
People.
You guys are taking care of kids from a place you've never heard of and kids you've never met. And that's what love is about, man.
Absolutely.
That's what love's about.
And that's what these kids need. They need a lot of love. They need attention. They need of feeling where someone they can trust.
Hey, not just my kids, all kids right now, because this pandemic thing is throwing them for a loop, brother.
Oh, I got another one over here for you. Wow.
Holy cow,
Joey
Joey.
D. Joey D. That's another 100 he's giving Joey D. Okay. God bless both you. Everyone out there, remember, we have so much to be thankful for. So much is taken for granted. God working through Jimmy for sure.
Amen. 100%. I believe that, dude. I believe that.
Joe D. I
Thank you,
appreciate it.
Joe. God bless you.
Thanks, Joe D.
That's a good, beautiful statement. And it's 100% true, I believe, in my heart.
And it really it gives me something inside to do this for these children, because a lot of people have a platform. My platform is small compared to these other guys' platform.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people starving in the world.
Amen. Some of my kids don't eat dinner sometimes, brother.
So, hopefully these guys reach out, reach out to, let me give this,
Hey, listen, if you're not, go, if you want to do it local, start at the local level. There's schools, elementary schools everywhere who are having the same thing.
I want to start with your school.
Yes, sir. I understand.
I want to start with, you reached out to me and you
Yes, sir.
really put fire underneath my ass, and South Dodge Elementary, Eastman, Georgia Elementary School. Anybody can reach out to them. If you
Yeah.
want to give a donation, reach out to them. This is Ray the Road Dog. You want to say your real name?
My name is Rob. I'm a teacher at the school, and you ask for me, they will definitely find me. We're man, I'm so excited. Unfortunately we're on break, spring break. Thanksgiving break next week. I'm ready to go show this to the kids, but I got to wait a whole week. But God, this has been a good day, man.
Yeah, definitely show them this video for sure.
Oh my God, they're gonna. Well, first off, Jimmy, they're gonna be really surprised that I dress like this, because usually I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't even think I own a pair of pants.
You know what? You know what? Look, you sent me a lot of photos of you and the children.
That's right.
And look,
I just wanted you to see I wasn't a guy just trying to get over. I wasn't no scumbag. I wasn't telling you lies, brother. I was just letting you vet me for real.
All these kids, listen, they love you. I saw them cutting your hair.
Yeah.
I saw them interacting with you. They're all over you.
Yeah,
they
we have
so much. You're like an uncle, a father to them, and you're also a friend. They know they can trust you. Sports Card Mafia, 1999.
Thank you, Sports Card Mafia. Yeah, that one picture I sent you, Jimmy, where those two kids were cutting my hair. Their mother, who is in our school system, she used to work at our school. She was battling cancer, and it was right during October 1st. So October 1st, pulled the chair right in the middle of the hallway, gave the kids the clippers, and I let her kids cut my hair. And they shaved me bald. And I kept it that way throughout October into November. So I think now I'm going to let it grow back for the entire year and cut it again next October.
And I seen that. You sent me pictures.
Yeah.
And you know what? That shows a lot on your part. Like you're showing the kids, you know what? She has cancer. She lost her hair. And you know what? Look at me. I'm doing it too.
Hey, I lost a lot of people to cancer too, and if I could do something to help, especially a kid who's across the hall from me, feel better, I'll do whatever you gotta do.
I lost my father to cancer.
Yeah.
I lost my brother-in-law Bruce to cancer. I lost my grandmother to cancer, and I also lost a couple of friends to cancer. My friend Perry, my friend Glenn in Ohio, Big Jimmy. I lost a lot of people to cancer, and that cancer really sucks,
I'm telling you, I've lost a lot of people to it too, man. And maybe we'll get around to finding a cure for that one day as well. Yeah. God knows we need it.
But anything else? Anything else you want to touch on?
Again, I just want to thank everyone who's watching and have reached out and sent kind messages and sent money. I mean, guys, we're a smaller community. We could never repay you, but we certainly love you, man. We love all of you. Thank you.
Yeah, this is nothing. And you know what? These people love you back. They see how sincere you are with this mission. And you know what? Look, you're a great guy to come on here and you know what, talk about these children. You know what, listen, you're a special man.
I'm just a dude, man. I'm just a dude. Really.
You're more than that. You're
I
more.
just love what I do. I love kids. Like I said, my wife tells me 15 times a week, you're just a big child yourself, you know. So, hey, I guess she's right.
Yes. And you know, if you want to touch base on anything else,
Yes, sir.
like I said, Elizabeth Grable,
Mhm.
I will be in contact with her. I said I'll be calling her one day this week. She
Okay.
has a nonprofit organization that's already set up.
That's beautiful. I'm off all week, brother.
Yeah, and it's all for children.
Mhm.
So we're gonna get together. We're gonna use that nonprofit organization, and we're gonna donate that money to those kids. Okay, I have another 1999 over here.
Touring the block. Thank you, brother. God bless you.
Jimmy,
That's beautiful.
Jimmy, remember one thing: what you did for your own kids by making the choice that no money could ever buy. You, their father. I have all the respect for you, and your beautiful girls can always know Daddy chose us.
That's right, Jim.
That's
You're
very.
absolutely right. Touring the block. God bless you, man. Thank you for your contribution.
See No Evil 69 from Staten Island, New York. Jimmy, I was a child from a broken home, and God bless Ray Ray and the children.
Thank you. God bless you. Thank you for what you've done for us, man. Because
We appreciate that.
wow,
No Evil 69. See No Evil 69. $25. Thank you so
it's
much.
been amazing. Y'all got people aren't gonna believe this. I'm gonna have to show them. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, you show them, bro. You know, show them.
I mean,
Show them that there's people out there that really want to help these kids and care about them.
exactly, and that's going to be a good lesson for us. I'm pretty sure coming up next Monday when we go back. I can't wait to get back now. I mean, you know, kind of wish we had school next week, unfortunately.
Yeah. How about the kids? Do they wish they had school?
Absolutely not. No. They are perfectly happy being home, eating turkey and candy. You know what I mean? They told me so on the way out.
Yeah. Well, they're kids, you know.
But I'll tell you, I can't thank you enough, man. What you've done and what you've set in motion here and the things we talked about last evening, man, it's something I'll never forget. And I know it'll be something these kids never forget either. And that's real talk, man.
I appreciate that. And listen, you don't ever have to thank me because this is nothing. Rob S.
Rob.
Alice. Rob S.
From one Rob to Rob. God bless you, man. Thank you.
Thank you, Rob. We appreciate it. And the kids love you and they appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Thank you, Rob. And Jimmy, again, all this whole process started back in June. When we would go camping and stuff, I'd sit around in rainy days, watch you on YouTube. And I remember thinking, God, I'm part of this club now. Maybe I can get Jimmy to come and talk to my kids via Zoom. And I hit you up way back then. And then I would touch base with you. And then all of a sudden, man, it all came like a landslide here in the past 48 hours, brother. Thank you.
And listen, you know what? Look, I'm no role model. Okay. You know
I'm not either, brother. Trust me. I'm not either.
I'm no role model. I would do anything for children to make them feel good, put a smile on their face, protect them, anything, whatever I have to do. And you know, look, when you reached out to me, you know, I have people reach out to me here and there every so often. And when I spoke to you, I knew right away that you had a lot of sincere in your heart. And
I can feel the same from you, man.
And I wanted to be a part of this, of helping these kids. You know that.
Yes, sir. I really appreciate it. And everybody else, man. God, I can never repay you. I wish I could.
But yeah, I mean this is a beautiful thing, you know.
Yes.
I think we raised so far maybe $400,
What?
maybe $500. I'm not sure, but you know, we'll add it up. We'll find out. But you know, once I get that, that'll be going straight to you.
Dude, that's
Yep. So listen, these kids are the
Pretty
best.
amazing, dude.
This is look. It's a small thing. This is small. We're gonna make this bigger. Where it's gonna start with this elementary school, and hopefully we can help other kids too.
Heck yeah.
Because that's what it's all about. Look, I'm in a place in my life. Look, I'm 52 years old. Life is not about me no more.
Exactly.
It-
Same here. I'm
it's
48, so we're close in age, man. I feel the exact same way.
it's about raising my kids and doing what's best for them, and about these kids, that have it hard, have one parent in the home that is struggling, and a lot of parents, they're dealing with things where some of them have substance abuse problems.
A lot of that going on here.
Yeah,
So
a lot of that's going on, and a lot of women have what's the word I'm looking for?
oh my
Yeah,
God.
Stephen Love, 1999.
Steven, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man.
Yep.
Wow. Hey, last name Love. God. Love you too, brother.
But these kids need a lot of love, and we're gonna do something for them, and I hope someday.
You already have, brother.
I hope someday I have the opportunity of actually coming to this elementary school.
Oh, that would be
and
awesome.
talking to these kids, because
That would be awesome.
that would really touch my heart.
Hey, even if you could come on Zoom, that we would whatever, whenever, dude. I wish we had it like that to send a private jet for you, but we don't have money for jet fuel. You know what I mean?
I'll go on my own dime.
Oh wow,
That's Jimmy Ware. All right, let me see who this guy is. Jimmy Ware, too young when son. No, that's not. I want. Okay, but listen. Hey, yeah, we raised a couple of dollars for you.
Hey, thank you. It's more than we had when we started, and we wouldn't. I honestly was not even. Honest to God, I didn't even know this was going to occur. That you guys would open up and give like you have, man. It's quite amazing, and I'm almost speechless over here.
Yeah, me and my girl will be giving a donation too. So
wow, thank you.
Yep.
So you understand where we're coming from. You have loved ones in education as well, so you know what we are all going through at this point on.
Hustle Crow, $5.
Thank you, Russ. Thank you, Hustle Crow. Thank you.
Wish I had more to give. God bless the kids. God bless you guys. This is inspiring. Stand-up move.
Thank you. It is a stand-up move. Thank you. But again, this ain't about me. This ain't about Mr. Jimmy. This is about these children, man.
Yep. This is about the kids.
Absolutely.
And so back to work tomorrow?
No, sir. We have Thanksgiving break, and then we go back the following Monday. Yeah.
Okay.
Which is going to be pretty good.
Yeah, see, in New York, you don't have that.
You guys don't have a fall break.
I think their last day would be Wednesday. Then they have off Friday. So Thursday is
Thanksgiving.
Mm-hmm. And then they have off Friday. Then they go back to school on Monday.
Oh, right on. Yeah, we get a little break. We have a little fall break.
Yeah, you know what it is? New York has a lot of breaks. We have a lot of Jewish holidays over here.
Yeah. And weather affects you guys a lot more than it does here too.
Yes.
We don't get a lot of snow over here, brother. Uh-oh. Sorry, Tiger. Get your tail out of there. We don't have a lot of snow. We got, the only weather break we would have is, we had torrential rains for several days, and because we still have dirt roads that kids live on here, and buses have to go and pick those kids up.
You know what? This guy wants to give money. Jimmy, I want to give $500 with pizza on the town is my limit. Let me know. And you know what? Let me send this guy a link. Let me get him in the chat room quick, okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Just give me a minute. Okay. Copy. Let's put that down.
Here's Ray. Hey, buddy. Come here. Come here, Ray. Come here. Come here. Oh, Tiger's mad.
Okay, mob show report. You can come in. You could talk to Ray, and let's see what You said you want to give $500. That's so Mob Report, come in,
Wow.
post the link, and let's get
Really,
you in here. We appreciate that.
It's an amazing thing. Thank you, Mob Show Report.
Here he is. Okay, let's see what he has to say. He's gonna come in. He wants to donate $500.
It's an amazing thing.
Hey,
man.
Jimmy, hang on. Let me set up the audio here.
Go ahead, set it up.
Jimmy, hang on. Let me set up the audio here.
Go ahead, set it up.
Okay. Jimmy, hang on. Let me set up the audio here.
Go ahead, set it up.
Okay. Jimmy, hang on. Let me set up the audio here.
You want me?
Jimmy, hang on. Let me set up the audio here.
You want me?
I think we got it. Okay, what's up, guys?
Hey, what's going on, buddy?
Hey, Ray, I want to sincerely apologize. I was off base. I was
Oh, man,
drunk.
don't worry about it. It's okay, man.
I was off, and I don't even know. I don't want to go back and look at that video and see what happened. I'm embarrassed about it, and I'm sorry. And it sounds like you're a great guy that has a great cause.
Hey, man, thank you. But listen, ain't no worries, brother. I didn't think anything about it. It's all good, man. Water under the bridge.
Well, look.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Really, I feel bad about it.
We all good, brother. God bless you. Thank you.
We got Boston J just donated $20. It's about the kids. So
hey, Boston J, thank you, buddy. Thank you, Boston J.
Jimmy, how's it going?
Everything is good. You know what? I
emailed you. I think I told you the situation too, that I felt bad about Ray, and yeah.
Let him say what he wants. And look, I got that message, and I actually told Ray, so he knows that.
Yeah, thank you. And I read what you wrote earlier today, man, and I wrote you back. And hey, again, man, thank you. Hey, I got nothing but love for you, man. Thank you. No problem.
Thanks,
we all have bad days, brother. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm just looking at these comments over here. You know, I got a troll in there, so I got to keep my eye out on him. But yeah, I mean, listen. Hopefully, all these YouTubers, they come together and they raise money for these kids. Christmas is coming. We have this thing on YouTube where we can have a GoFundMe and people could donate money. And at the end, we get a check and we could actually send it to you or whoever they want to raise the money for. So we're going to do something like that too. When I'm done with this session, I'm going to do a FundMe page on my YouTube and people could donate money to it. You know what I mean? Because I want to make sure that these kids get what they have, and I want them to have a good Christmas. I mean, that's the most important thing. It's Christmas time, you know?
Yeah, unfortunately, we have situations where we know that kids don't really get things. We have an angel tree at school, and different businesses and communities can help out that way as well, you know? And they do. Our community is strong like that. They believe in helping us out, and they do what they can.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing.
Anything else you want to say, Mob Show Report? How's everything?
No, that's it. I'm okay, and just wanted to weigh in, and that's it.
It's good talking to you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
This guy, Ray the Road Dog, in all honesty, this guy's a class act. He really is. This is what a man is being. This is what being a man is all about. Honestly.
I'll tell you what, Ray, right now, I'm looking at him with the tie and everything, a whole different guy.
Yeah, I've been cooking outside and I've been working outside all day, so I just popped on for a minute, and yeah, I clean up nice, I guess.
No, very cool. Hi, ultimate. Okay.
Just give me 1 minute, guys.
Yes, sir. Oh, tiger. Hold on.
Thank you.
Hold on. No.
Right. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. Yeah. So, is there? Let me ask you something. Ray, do you have a Cash App?
Yeah, I do.
Well, maybe we could
I've
send.
I've never used it. I have to look and see what it is. I honestly, God, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Someone just told me and asked me for, you got a Cash App.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you know what I love about that? Ray, he's not having a Cash App. He's not pushing, like, send me money.
No,
And,
man, this was totally.
I don't even know if I have a Cash App. Yeah. That's his role. He's just doing it for his own, on the level.
Yeah, 100%.
No. This guy is. I had a conversation with this guy. I was on the phone with this guy for an hour.
Yeah.
This guy, you ain't gonna see guys like this guy like no more. Really, I mean, this guy's a school teacher who loves his children. Really, and you know what? I got so much respect for this guy.
Thank you. That means
Hey, Jimmy, you were on the phone with him for an hour?
Yeah.
Last night I was on the phone with him for an hour.
Yeah.
Yes, he actually contacted me maybe a couple of days ago. I never got back to him, and I have a lot of people that always contact me, and between my kids, between my work, and I can never get back to people. So when
I know. I tried calling you, and it was like the mailbox is full, and it's like, holy crap. So yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, but Al, look, I'm gonna bring someone else in. Okay, so I'm gonna make you disappear for a little while. All right, I want to keep Ray on. I want to see what these other guys have to say.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thanks, Jimmy, for having me on. Have a great night. Ray, I apologize and best.
All good, brother. We're all good, man. Thank you.
Okay.
I'll see you soon.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay. All right. Let's okay, let me see. Just hang in here with me, Ray, okay?
Absolutely, man.
Hang in here with me.
We're all good here.
Yep.
We're all good.
Cookies from Brooklyn.
Hey, what's up, Paisan? It's Angelo.
What's up? How's everything?
Good, bro. I'm from Dyker Heights.
Angelo, how's everything?
I'm good, Paisan. I grew up on Dyker Heights, on 76 between 10th and 11th. I know all these people that you mentioned listening to my brothers. You're a little bit older than me, so my brother tells me a lot of these stories. Hey, did you ever deal with Joey Roach?
Joe Roach. I heard of him. I never dealt with him.
Okay. He was, one of the Wabat's kids, too, in Dyker Heights. But it's funny, I learned something. Now I'm 43. I moved out here in 14. I learned a lot out here, and I used to get into a lot of trouble when I was younger, too. Nothing like you. But yeah. I think what would help a lot of kids growing up in the city is to get out of that concrete jungle and go to upstate New York once in a while.
Absolutely.
Yeah, the country is just so beautiful. It's so relaxing. You're away from all the madness. When you're congested in an area in the 5 boroughs with all those people, you're bound to have quite a bit of people that are always getting into trouble, and you're kind of stuck with them as a kid. You got friends who are doing bad things, and you just hang around with them because they're your friends. But I think it's great what Ray is doing. Where's your organization located, Ray?
We're just a real small elementary school in Central Georgia, man. Yep.
Oh,
And,
you're in Georgia. Okay, I distribute
yeah.
cookies in 13 different states. If you were in one
Wow.
of my states, I would donate a lot of different cookies. Yeah,
Oh, God bless.
yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you
Well,
for
maybe,
So
considering
that's
me.
really
well, maybe you could send some cookies to Atlanta, to elementary school. It's Christmas time.
You know what? I could definitely do that. I could send you some of my cannoli cookies. They don't break in the mail in transit, but I have some other cookies that'll get destroyed. I could definitely do that if I can get your address somehow.
Sure.
If you can email cookiesfrombrooklyn@gmail.com,
Okay.
I could send out a bunch of cookies to your organization. I'd be
And
more than happy
Angelo,
to do that.
Angelo,
But Jimmy, it's so good that sorry, this is Bam Bam. It's so good that you're doing good for yourself
Wow.
now, and you have a family. I wish I had a family like you have. It's good
you know,
that you're a straight arrow now. And when I saw you cry for the kids, man, I was like, wow, Jimmy's he's got a good heart. I could tell right off the bat. Yeah, when I was younger, I got arrested a few times, and I got scared shit. I said, well, I don't want this to happen again. And I had a lot of friends that was similar to the activity that you did, and I just didn't want to get in trouble, so I kind of shied off, and I hung out in Bay Ridge a lot with my other friends who didn't really get into trouble like the kids in Dyker Heights and Bensonhurst did. But it's good to see you're working, you're busy, and you got a family, man. I'm really proud of you. That's really good.
well, you know what? I appreciate the kind words, and you know what? They mean a lot to me. And like I said, you know what? I just started getting my life back together. I'm home almost 16. I'm home almost 16
You
years.
guys hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm home almost 16 years, and I just started getting my life back together. But,
You hear me, Jimmy?
yeah, I hear you. Do you hear me, Angelo? You hear me?
Oh, you guys hear me?
We
Yeah,
hear you. Yes,
we
sir.
hear you. Do you hear us? Do you hear us? Do you hear us? You don't hear us? I don't think he hears us. But anyway, new beginnings with Shannon, 1999. Thank you all. You do all you do for the kids. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Shannon,
Thank you, Shannon.
that's
Thank
so
you.
kind of you. Thank you.
It is. Thank you.
I don't know, Angelo.
Yeah, I
do
hear
you
you.
Okay, good. All right, yeah. So I was saying, I'm just
Yeah, I
starting to
hear
get
you. I hear you. Now I hear you. Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah, I
starting to
hear
get my
you.
I'm just starting to get my life back
I
together.
hear you. Yes.
And
Yeah, I hear you.
look, I'm at
No,
a
I hear
place
you.
where if I could do something for these kids and do something for anybody to help them, as far as on a positive note, because there's a lot of negativity out there and there's a lot of hate out there, and it's a crazy world today we're living in.
I hear
Amen.
you. I hear you. I
Yeah.
hear you. But I think a lot of guys are go ahead.
There you go. Go ahead, Angelo. Go ahead, Angelo. All right, Angelo.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it all starts with the kids.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it all starts with the kids.
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Yeah. Not everybody has a perfect childhood. I want to say that, but it's so good to have strong guidance when you're a kid and surround yourself with good people. I luckily, it's a weird story, but I used to hang out in McKinley Park on 75th Street on Farhampton Parkway when I was younger, and I was with the UFC gang. It was bad, and I saw a lot of things happening, and it just so happened in the summer of I think it was like mid 90s. I met I met a nice girl, and I met my friends that lived in Bay Ridge, and I stopped hanging out with those kids. And literally, like that, I think it was like 14 days later. I don't know if you remember this, but do you remember the incident when that police officer came down and told he was off duty, and he told the kids to keep it quiet, and they basically rearranged his face. They destroyed him. That happened on 75th Street and 73rd Street and Fort Hamilton Parkway. And I used to hang out with those kids. And had I hung out with those kids, because a lot of those kids went to jail that were just there, they didn't do anything physically, but they were implemented in that case, and they spent many years in jail. So had I not met Laura, my ex-girlfriend, and my friends at that time, I mean, I would have done at least 10 years in prison myself. So I really think it's really important with who you hang out with, who you associate yourself with. And I've been watching a lot of motivational speaking lately, and they say, show me your friends, and I'll show you what your future looks like.
Absolutely.
So I just want to tell everybody, you know, be careful who you hang out with. If anybody is negative in your life, I mean, I've got rid of so many friends throughout the years. If anybody brings you any negativity, just say adios, amigos. Stay around positive people. Work hard. I work very hard. I work many hours. I used to sleep in my cargo trailer delivering cookies, and that was a few years ago. I have an interesting story. I used to, Jimmy, you would like this. I'll make it quick. I used to bring cookies. I started out.
Uncle P, $25. Go ahead, Angelo.
Thank you, Uncle P.
So I used to have a bread company called Bread from Brooklyn. So I used to bring bread from Brooklyn and bring it all the way to upstate New York, 225 miles away. And I had 2 bakeries, and I used to sell tons of breads and bagels and cookies and all that stuff. And the people loved it. You know, in upstate New York, they don't have all the good stuff like we have in Brooklyn. In Brooklyn, we got the best pizza and breads and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's great that you guys are raising money for the kids, and I don't want to occupy your whole stream up for too long. I just wanted to say hello, Jimmy. Hi, Rob. And Jimmy,
Thank you,
I watch
buddy.
your show quite often, and I think maybe one day you should make a movie. Well, you're trying, I guess, but somebody's gonna do something with your stories, because everybody knows the Bath Avenue Boys. When I was a kid, you know,
and you know what?
Everybody knew about the Bath Avenue Boys.
You know what? Look, I appreciate that when you're saying everybody knew the Bath Avenue Boys. Now the thing is, I'm not proud of the things I've done in my life, but you know, people wanna say different as far as, you know, that there's a lot of lies. You know, now the thing is, there's a lot of hate out there, a lot of jealousy people, and you know, I don't want to, you know, glorify the streets, but you know, we were a rough group of kids, and we did a lot of bad things in our life, and look, we all paid a price. Nothing good came out of our lives. You know, we never had the chance or the opportunity to go to our friends' weddings. We never had the opportunity to go to our children's christenings together. You know, so we all destroyed our lives, whether people were getting murdered, whether guys had to cooperate, and whether guys had to go to prison. It was a dead end life. I don't glorify that mob shit. I don't like it. And, you know, I grew up, and, you know, I didn't realize who I was until I was about 30 years old. I had my back against the wall, and thank God I made the decision I made.
Yeah, it's good. You definitely made the right move by transitioning. You definitely did, because you would still be in Lewisburg. Actually, I deliver cookies to Lewisburg.
Really?
Wow.
In Pennsylvania. So every time you say Lewisburg, I think of my customer in Lewisburg.
Well, you know what? That's a nice contract.
Yeah, again, you know, I don't want to occupy you. I want to give people the other opportunity to get on, but please email me.
What is it again?
It's okay, you know. I mean, you have a business. You also have a lot of expenses too, you know.
Yeah,
but,
Angelo. Angelo, what's the email?
Cookiesfrombrooklyn.com. Oh, here's the state trooper. How are you, officer? Oh, I pulled over to make it to answer a call. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm leaving right now.
Let me
Okay,
talk
I'm
to
leaving.
him. Let me
All
talk
right.
to that trooper.
All right, take care. I gotta go. There's a state trooper that wants me to get out of this. I'm pulled over at a trailer stop here. But you guys are awesome, and I'll see you guys soon. All right. Please email me.
I will.
Thank you. We will. Yes, sir. We will.
Angelo, thank you so much.
Thank you, Angelo. Your dog's beautiful.
Yeah. All right. So that was Angelo. We'll kick him out. All right. We got we got Vince Romano. He donated $20. Okay.
Thank you, man.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
Show this all to the kids. I want them to see this, and this way they know that we're out here. We're thinking about them.
Absolutely, man.
I'm going to put another guy in with us. So let's see what this guy has to say.
Jimmy,
what's up? How's everything?
What's up, cuz?
Nothing much. I'm over here with Ray, the road dog. He's a
Ray the road dog.
Yeah, how are you, buddy? How are you doing?
All right, buddy.
He's a school teacher. We're trying to raise some money for the kids, and that's what it's all about. It's about them. So
yeah, it's beautiful. There's a nice change, brother.
Yes.
Nice change, man. Helping other people out, man. Helping the kids out, man. It touches my heart. But maybe you should try and set something up so the kids could get everything, Jim. Like I think don't this YouTube take like a chunk of it?
Yes, they do. They do. And what? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna set something up where maybe we could do a Cash App, because the Cash App, you get more out of it than the YouTube. They take like 30% the YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll be figuring that out.
Yeah, just let me know what I need to do on my end, dude. I'll do whatever.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Yeah, maybe set up like a separate Cash App. You know what I mean? So I think everything 100% goes to him. Because that's good, man. It touches my heart to help the kids, man. I remember when I was a kid, a troubled kid. Getting into all kinds of trouble and things like that, man. And Jim, if I could help out anyway, you know what I mean? I'll throw in a couple of dollars, whatever, and I would like to help, man, for the kids, even though it's out of state, but, if we can make a little difference to help out someone out, man, it's a beautiful thing, man.
No, absolutely.
Thank you, BT. I appreciate it, brother. I really do. Thank you.
And you know what? That's where it all starts. It all starts with the kids. I mean, in the home, it starts with respect. It starts with love. If you don't give these kids love and you don't teach them how to be respectful towards others, then you know what? They never learn it. I mean, the way the world is today, you have a lot of young kids today. They know nothing about respect.
They have to be taught.
Yeah, you're right, bro. I live right across the street from Sheepshead Bay High School, man, and these kids are wild, man. These kids got no respect. I feel bad for the old people. When I'm walking my dog around the block, and it's crazy. It's crazy. I remember at least we were wild kids growing up, doing all kinds of stupid shit, but we always respected older people, man, adults. But now they don't give a damn, man.
You know what it is. But the thing is too, and if we didn't show respect, you got kicked in the ass. It was a different because you got taught respect.
Yeah, you got cracked.
Wow, look what I got for you, Ray. B Caruso, $199.99, $200.
Wow.
So B Caruso, God bless you. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're gonna get blessed for that.
Thank you, B Caruso. I can't begin to tell you how much we appreciate it.
I got Mo, $20 from a retired teacher. It's not easy.
Thank you, Mo. God bless you.
So yeah, we'll ante this all up and see what it comes out to, and we'll send you a check. So we'll make sure these kids get that.
Thank you all. Thank you so much.
BT. So what else is new? How's everything?
Yeah, everything's good. Just relaxing, watching football. You know, the red zone, flipping back games.
What's,
You got
what's the
you got
score?
the Seahawks and the Cardinals. You got 7-3. The Cardinals. Now it's they just scored a touchdown, so it's 14-3. Zach Ertz just scored a touchdown. Second quarter. So you know the red zone. You got that, Jim, where it flips from game to game, like.
You know what? I'll tell you the truth. Look, I haven't been watching sports in a while.
Okay.
You know, I got to get back into it. I really haven't been watching sports. You know, ever since this, you know, woke and all this other stuff been going on with the sports and not standing for the flag. You know, I'm a true blue American as far as, you know, I love America. You know, I love the country. I'm not crazy about the government, you know, but I love the country, you know. But you know, but yeah, I haven't been watching no football games lately. But Pittsburgh Steelers is my team. That's who I like. My father always liked the Giants, so I'm a Giant fan too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. I'm Pittsburgh Giants. I was at Pittsburgh. As a matter of fact, our neighborhood team, we had Pittsburgh jerseys.
They're the best.
Yeah. Terry Bradshaw, brother.
Yeah, Teddy Bear is the best.
Oh man, you remember the Steel Curtain?
Yep, still current.
Fucking Mean Joe Green, Jack Lambert. That's what football was. Football, man.
Lambert played with a broken femur he had the whole entire game. He was a bad dude, man.
Yeah. He wasn't you. He was a monster, man. You see him when he had like no teeth, right? He had like the fangs, just the fang teeth, like, you know. Imagine going against him, man. That would be scary, bro.
And those guys, look, and those guys were making nothing compared to the money these people are making today.
No,
And they were glad to do it.
Yep, they were happy to do it.
Exactly. You and I, God bless you, got a good union job. God bless, I got one. We're probably making fucking triple with it. Imagine that, man. You know, and all these guys are effed up with that, with the CTE. You know, the brain injury. That was when football was football. Now, you know, look, right? You got Tom Brady playing. What's he going to play? He could play the way football is. He'll play another. It's amazing. Listen,
I know it's
amazing. Yeah, you know what I mean. They don't touch him no more. You know, like these back in the day quarterbacks. Forget it. You know, how are they still walking? Like Bradshaw and, you know, Starback, right? You remember old time the Snake, Kenny Stabler.
Yep.
All those guys, but not for nothing, Jay. It's a beautiful thing to use your platform to give, you know, because I see a lot of these people, they just take, and there's a bunch of no good people on here, and it's nice to, you know, it's a good feeling, especially the holidays coming around, Thanksgiving, you know, it's, you know, I remember myself missing a lot of Thanksgivings, unfortunately, a lot of Christmases, a lot of birthdays that I could never get back, but, you know, at least thank God, you know, knock on wood, you know, I'm here, you know, so
yeah, exactly.
I thank God, you know.
It's all behind you.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure, you know. But you know, just it's a nice thing, man. It's a nice thing, and Raider Road Dog.
Thank you, buddy.
Yeah.
You're good people, man. Thank you.
Yeah, glad that. Where you at in Atlanta? You're in like the country?
I'm about we're about 2.5 hours south of Atlanta, geographically in the center of Georgia.
Yeah, when I used to drive from New York to Florida, going through Georgia, you got to be careful. I know that.
Yeah, especially if you're out of state plates.
When they see New York and they hear the way we talk, they don't play, man.
And and right away they think you're moving something.
Exactly.
Hell yeah, man.
95's that corridor, you know.
Hell yeah, man. That's one thing. I used to say a prayer before going through that state, man. You know what I mean? Back in the day. Because, you know, those fucking cops don't play, man.
No. Even with people from the area, they don't play. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Where do you live, work by, like, Bankhead? Where, what's his name? That rapper T.I.? Like, I don't care about him now, but I remember, you know, he's trying to do a lot of things. You know, I don't care for him too much with his whatever's going on with his other bullshit, but I see he's trying to help out. And
He's
You
I
know,
think
his old
that
neighborhood, like
is in Atlanta. It's an Atlanta neighborhood where he's from. Yeah. So it's
how was
north.
that? It's a bad neighborhood. That's it was
I would think so. Yeah. I don't.
that
I've heard
that's
it
not
was.
by you.
No, sir. We're 2 hours south away from there.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what's up, man.
Yep.
All right, guys.
BT,
Thank you so much, buddy.
thank you,
Yeah.
man. Hey, thanks for
Anytime,
coming
man.
in. Hey,
Not a problem, man.
Look, come back next Sunday, okay?
Yeah, for sure. Yo, Jimmy, where's the restaurant in Sheepshead Bay? I live right in Sheepshead Bay, and I was driving by. I didn't see it. That you go. That what was it? The Italian restaurant.
Patricia's.
Yeah, where the fuck? Where is that?
Patricia's. It's a couple blocks away from. It's a couple blocks past the Opera.
It's on Emmons.
It's on Emmons. Yes, it's on Emmons, and it's like on a side block. You know what I'm saying, but yeah, it's there. It's not it's like 2 blocks away from Opera.
Okay. Where next to Randazzo's, like?
It's past Randazzo's, maybe 2 blocks past Randazzo's, and it's on a side block. It's like hidden, you know.
That's what I was going. Oh, so it's not on Ocean. It's on a. Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, but it's really delicious. It's a nice spot over there.
Yeah. I was on your Instagram and I seen it looked nice. You know, you eating outside.
Yeah, the food is great.
Yeah, I never been there before, and I'm right there. I can walk there from my house I'm just saying if I wanted to. It's that close. So
yeah, check it out.
I'm gonna check. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna check it out for sure.
Yeah, take down my email, therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com.
All right.
All right, therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com.
All right. The real.
Yes.
All right.
jimmycalandra@gmail.com. Okay, we'll get together.
All right, buddy.
Send me an email.
Yeah, for sure. I'll hit you up.
Thank you, brother.
All right, Jim.
I'll see you soon.
See you, buddy. Thank you.
Stay blessed, man. And anything I could do, whatever I could do, help out, I'm there for you, man. You know, for the kids, for sure.
We appreciate it.
Thank you, BT.
For sure. All right. Have a good night, fellas.
You too, man. Thank you.
All right.
Wow.
All right, let me see if Joe O is in here.
Hello.
Joe O, what's up?
Hey,
Hello.
Mr. Calandra, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
The last time I wanted to ask you, there's this podcast platform called Anchor FM. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's a lot more lenient than YouTube because a lot of YouTubers are moving their operations to that podcasting platform because there's a lot more leniency. So, you know, I really like your mob stories. So, and I don't want those stories to go away.
What's the name of it?
Anchor FM, anchorfm.com.
FM?
Uh-huh.
Okay. I'll check it out.
How's your Sunday?
My Sunday's doing good. I'm here with Ray the Road Dog. He's a school teacher. We raised some money for the children in his school. And my Sunday's good, thank God.
It absolutely has been a good Sunday. Thank you.
Well, at least you're trying to, you know, help the kids because, you know, in this era, it's difficult.
It is.
Yes, it is.
The kids face way more problems than we did, and challenges than we did.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I tell you, you know what? Look, I remember going to school, and you know what? I used to like school. I mean, science class, and the teachers taught you something. I'm not saying the teachers don't teach you nothing, but everything is so a little more difficult because my kids come home with the schoolwork today, and you had subtraction, multiplication, minus. Now today, you do an example. You got to do it frontwards, then you go backwards, then you go upward. I'm like, you know what? What are they doing? I don't even know how to do this.
Yeah, man.
I don't even know how to do this.
Hey, thank God I don't teach math, dude. I teach reading, so I do help out with math, but that's not my strong. I teach kids how to read. Thank God.
I don't know how to do it.
But yeah, it's a challenge, man. They're trying to make the kids become more analytical, thinking outside the box type of deal. I think that's the PC or whatever term it is, and I think that's what's going on. And some kids get it, some kids don't. So that's where I come in and try to figure out strategies to try to help them figure these kind of things out. But hey, I have to go to the side to the teacher a lot of times and say, hey, how we doing this? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because you know what? I mean, I get confused. And then the next day I'm asking the teacher. No, and then I write the teacher a letter.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I go, Mrs. So-and-so. I said, you know what? I said, look, you have to teach, Madalena or Callie this a little better because, they're bringing it home to me. In all honesty, I'm showing them how to do it the way I did it.
Yeah.
I'm putting.
And you give the same answer, right? But you're just doing it a different way.
I'm putting the numbers on top of each other and adding them up. I'm showing them, and they're like, "Wow, that's different than this."
I think what you're talking about is called partial product.
Yes.
And it's a different way of looking at it. That's for sure.
My math and science suck. I mostly got like C's and D's in those courses.
Hey, I was right there with you, brother. You know what I mean?
But
I just wanted to ask you, about that website because about Anchor FM because it's a lot more lenient over there. It's not like YouTube, like, oh, if you say something, they demonetize your video.
Might be something to look into for sure.
What do you think about it, Mr. Calandra?
Say it again.
What do you think about the podcast website? That it's a lot more lenient. It's not like YouTube where, everything is so politically correct now.
Well, you know what? That's I really don't agree with it. I'll tell you the truth.
It's just I really like your mob stories because you're not fake, not like these other dudes that are just faking it.
Well, you know what? The thing is, look, I don't lie. That's the thing. I don't lie. I was no killer. I was no murderer. Back in the day, growing up, I like to make money. Me and my friends, we robbed a lot of banks and, stuff like that, but I don't glorify none of that stuff. I was a kid back then. In the course of life, you know what? You grow. If you don't grow, then shame on you. And thank God I had the opportunity to make a decision that changed my life for the better. And you know what? I'm taking advantage of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's just the first time I heard about you was in that when I was in 12th grade during my last year of high school. I saw that documentary about inside the American mob, and I saw you. And my favorite part is when you talk about that guy Greg Scarpa.
Greg Scarpa, yeah, he was a scary guy.
Yeah, I remember
that.
I remember you said that guy killed everything.
I remember that. I remember you saying
that. It's just
Hey, but Joe, oh, look, I'm gonna let you go. I'm gonna bring someone else in. It's nice talking to you. I appreciate you coming in and chopping it up with me. But let me bring another guy in because I ain't got too much more time here. I'm on.
Thank you, Joe.
I'm on an hour 45 minutes. I'm gonna do another 15 minutes over here, and then I'm gonna cut us off.
All right. Thank you for your time, Ray, the Road Dog, and Mr. Calandra.
See you, buddy.
You got it, buddy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Been an exciting night, man. I got to tell you.
I tell you know what?
Best Sunday I've had in a while.
Yeah. You look sharp over there in that suit you have on, that red tie,
That's our school colors, red and black, baby.
You look like you're running for office.
No, they'd never elect me, dude. Really? Yeah, no. They would never get elected.
Yeah, let me drop another link. Let me see if I can get someone in here. I'm gonna stay on for another 15 minutes. 15 more minutes we'll have 2 hours. Okay. I think we raised a nice little chunk of money over here for you. So you get a little nice check for these kids. Maybe
That's amazing, guys. Thank you.
maybe you could even like take these kids. I don't know, like I don't know, some kind of like I don't know, a picnic. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what you do over there. You know, as
Yeah.
far as you know, I don't know, give them a little excitement, something to look forward to.
Exactly.
Maybe
Yeah.
maybe a little Christmas party or something.
A,
You know,
a very nice Christmas party with the
Yeah.
money we've gained here tonight, guys.
you know, with
Holy
little,
cow.
yeah, with a little
Jeez.
yeah, with small little gifts or something that they each could enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, you could think about it, figure it out.
Hey, we'll pull our heads together, brother, and we'll figure it out. I promise.
Let me get a couple more guys in here.
Sure.
Then we're gonna call it a night. Okay.
Yes, sir. No problem.
Okay. Let me do this. Okay, guys, I dropped the link. If you want to come in, I got 15 minutes in here. You want to come chat with us, chop it up. There's your opportunity.
Hey, Tiger. Look. Hey there, Tiger.
See what this guy says. I felt bad when I was a kid at school. I was give me my lunch money or give you a couple of 3 smacks.
Mm.
Take them for a cannoli or oil massage.
I don't think we can do that.
Yeah, they're just joking, these guys.
Yeah, I know. They're just breaking chops.
Jimmy, schools teach kids what to learn, not how to learn.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a very valid point.
Yep,
Yeah.
it's a valid point. Scarpa should have kept his eye on Mr. Mazza. Know what I'm saying. Okay, let's see. I got someone in here, so let's see who we got over here. Oh, we have Josie. Okay, so let me get Josie in here. I don't know if you ever spoke to Josie.
A bit last night I did.
Okay, let me get Joey D. I see you. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? Let me get Josie in here. There she goes. Hey, Josie.
Hi, Ray Ray.
Josie,
Hi.
how you doing over there?
I'm good. Oh my
Thank
God,
you
I
for
look
your
like I'm dragging my head.
contribution.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about yesterday.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh my God. Anyway, what I wanted to say is, hold on. What I wanted to say is, this has really touched home for me. And the reason why, I don't really say much about myself on here, but what you had to say has really kind of touched me, because my dad, you know, I was in foster homes for, you know, as a child. My mother, it was from Ireland, Dublin, Ireland, and being with a black man was not a done thing. And so it was a shame, you know. And then when she had us kids, like, I never knew my grandparents. We weren't allowed to their house. It was a shameful thing. And she basically
says,
dumped
I
us.
felt bad when I was a kid at school.
That's
I would
terrible.
give me my lunch money or give you a couple of 3 smacks.
Mm.
Okay, that's I don't know where that's coming
Oh, I was like, oh God.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I don't know
Anyway, what touched
we can
me,
do that.
what
Yeah,
touches me about
they're
it
just
is,
joking, these guys.
Yeah, I know. They're just breaking chops.
you know,
Schools teach kids what to learn, not how to learn. I don't know.
That's a valid point.
Yeah, it
That's
is.
a very valid point.
Yep,
Yeah.
a valid point.
I don't know what's happening.
Scarpa should have kept his eye on Mr. Mazza. Know what I'm saying? Okay, let's see. I got someone in here, so let's. So how do I fix this now?
I think you're on
Oh, we have
YouTube.
Josie.
Cut
Sure.
YouTube
Okay, so
off.
let me.
I really didn't touch anything.
Oh,
If you ever spoke to Josie.
oh, weird.
A bit last night I did.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
I'm
let
still
me get
muted.
Joey D, I see you. Just give me a couple minutes, okay? Let me get Josie in here. There she goes. Hey, Josie.
Hi, Ray. Hi.
What are you doing over there?
I'm good. Oh my
I
God,
can
I
see
look
your
like I'm trying to.
contribution.
I don't know
I'm
what
so
happened.
sorry about
I don't either.
yesterday.
Maybe I
Yeah,
should go out. Shall I
my
go
God.
out and come back in?
Anyway,
You want to try
what I
that?
wanted
Come
to
out and come.
say is-
Yeah, let's try that. Maybe it's.
What I wanted to say is,
This
this has really touched home for me. And
I'll drop the link again, Josie.
All right.
Good seeing you.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll drop the link again.
I like West Josie's show. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, she's a good person.
Yeah.
She's a good person. You know what? There's not too many good people out there.
No.
Everyone talks the talk, but they don't walk the walk.
That's right. I tell my kids, don't talk about it, be about it.
Yep.
You know, and that's how we try to run things.
Well, let me drop her a link again over here.
Sure.
You know, she's I like her because she stays on top of all these creeps.
Yeah.
Yep. There's a bunch of creeps on YouTube, and you know, in the
Yes.
street, if they were in the street back in the day, they probably would have been flowers.
Yeah. Miss Josie definitely takes no mess, as James Brown's once saying.
So let me see if Josie could get in here. Joey D Smokes, I see you. Just hang in there, okay? I just want to get Josie back in here.
By the way, I hope everybody's winning their football games that they may have friendly wagers on today.
Yeah. Gotta kick a few people out of here. There she is. Okay. All right. We got it.
All right, we're back.
All right. Beautiful.
So what I wanted to tell you, Ray, was that, so I was, looks like my thing is frozen. Okay, we're back.
Yeah,
So, I was dumped as a baby. I was maybe one, less than that. And she was so ashamed, to have black children. I really didn't understand it because, all right, you have one. She had five, anyway. My point is I was in foster homes. I went through that whole thing. This is why I respect you so much, Jimmy, because, my dad raised us alone. I didn't know I had siblings. They put us in different foster homes all over the country. And my dad got us all together eventually. He was a pile driver, where you dig the piles in the ground. Mm-hmm. And he used to have to work out of town. And, he would get a girlfriend basically just to watch the kids so he could work. And at the time, I didn't appreciate him. I thought he was an arsehole. I couldn't go out. I couldn't do nothing, like we all are. But, I've been in that foster care system and it's not fun, no, especially being a biracial child back then. But that's why I respect you so much, Jimmy, because, you're raising your kids on your own, like my dad did us. And, this is why, and I'm trying not to cry here, when people like Tony Pizza and people say these names to me, my dad raised us to be good girls. I should have been a whore. I should have been a prostitute. I should have been all of the above, for my upbringing. But, my dad raised us right, and it hurts me when I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. It's okay. Listen to me. Look, I got your back, so don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, but, they don't understand. I turned out great considering my start, I was never a whore. I was never a prostitute. I always went to school. My dad instilled that in us. We didn't have a mother. Maybe that's why I'm a bit like the way I am. I was raised by men, but, that's why it's so hurtful to me when they say this stuff to me,
Well, listen, your father did a beautiful job. the woman that I see that's in front of me, you know what? You're ace. I think you're awesome. You're a beautiful
Amen.
person. I mean, listen, I don't think he could have did a better job. He did a great job. So you know what? I give him. He did great. So
Yeah, that's why I respect you so much.
look, their opinion does not count. This is YouTube. There's a world off of YouTube. Okay, so they would not act that way in front of me if we were on the street. This is all YouTube. You can say anything you want, get away with it, and you know what? They like to abuse women. They like to abuse people. This is what they do. They're bullies. They're bullies because when this is all they could do. This is how they could bully people. They can't bully people in front of people. They can only bully people on the internet. And this is what they do. They have their little team and they want to abuse people and have their trolls, but they're all garbage cans, every one of them.
Yeah. I mean, I'm okay. My dad raised us all to be tough. He had 5 girls, 1 boy. And the boy, he's more the girl than the rest of it. We're more like the boys. So maybe that's the way, because of the way I how I am now. I really respect what you're doing with your girls. You're being a dad. Like my dad, he went to work every day. He did the best he could, and so when they say stuff like that, it's not about me. It's about him. That, a black man in England at that time was a hard thing to be. He loved my mother, and she loved him, but the shame of it was too much. You know what I mean? So it's not that I blame her either, but when they say stuff like that to me, it kind of triggers me, and maybe that's why I act a little crazy. But, I really respect what you're doing, Ray. I really respect what you're doing. I've been in that system. Several years. I was separated. I didn't even know I had brothers and sisters at one point. My dad came and got me and he said, "Oh, you've got like sisters and brothers." Who knew? I was a little kid. But, he did his best, and I really appreciate what you're doing. I will contribute as much as I can. And
thank you for what you've done already, Miss Josie. Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have a lot. I'm looking after me, but what I can, I will give. And I apologize for yesterday. I feel terrible about that.
No problem, man.
I've been feeling bad all day. I've been like, oh, my God. And I did have some questions for you, Jimmy, but now's not the right time. I'll do it next Sunday. And I'm going to get in before Alphonse. That's for sure.
I know, but the thing is, I wanted to share something with you. This is a woman. Wait, let me see if I could do this here. This is a woman. Okay, she's a black woman. Okay, she's a dear friend of mine. I grew up with her.
Oh my God, okay. She looks like she could be a member of my family.
Yeah, I was just thinking that she might
actually she's a member of my family.
Oh.
Okay? So the thing is, okay, she wrote a book, Unbreakable Me, I Still Rise. Her name is Elizabeth Grable. Okay, my sister married her cousin. Okay, so my sister's last name was Grable, but then she got remarried. But anyway, she lives in Atlanta. She has a nonprofit organization, and she ain't too far from Ray the Ray Dog. So we're gonna put her together with him, and she's really good because I spoke to her last night for over an hour. She's a great talker, and we're gonna put something together, and maybe everybody, we could all get involved in this, and we could do something for these kids in every school. Maybe we could touch more than just one school to every school, because this is what it's all about. It's about helping others, not us, them.
Right.
Hey,
that would be great.
Glad to help any kid any way I can.
Oh my God, she looks like one of my family members for real.
Yeah, she might be.
She does.
Yeah, she might be. And you'll probably.
She could be. Yeah.
What I'm doing is I'm setting up interview with her. Probably one day next week, I'm going to be interviewing her. So when I do, you could come in and you could actually say hello. And
that would be great. But I was going to say, I really loved your idea. And maybe down the road, I don't know, of getting all the creators together in one place and all meeting, like doing meet and greets and stuff. I think that's a great idea. you
That
know.
would be awesome. That
And
would
I
be
was
great.
going to say, Jimmy, you know, I did email you today, so look for my email. You
Okay.
know, any help you need with your book, I'm on my fourth, so editing, whatever it is, feel free to, you know, if you need some help with it, I'm happy to help you.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You know, and so, hey,
I appreciate
uh,
that. And
yeah,
Josie,
I'm happy to help you. You know, I'm on my fourth book. I'm even thinking about writing a sitcom about this situation, MobTube. This is hilarious. You know, isn't it? I mean, you couldn't make this up.
it's very comical.
It's comical.
Yes.
But anyway, all right. Well, I'm going to go. Sorry for blubbering on your show, but
Miss
Ray
Josie.
Ray, I love you. I'm sorry about.
Hey, Miss Josie, thank you.
I'm
I love
sorry.
you too, man. I love you too, Miss Josie.
All right.
Josie.
Okay. Take care, everyone.
Josie, don't ever doubt yourself. You hear me?
That's
you
right.
You are an amazing person. Okay.
That's right.
Thank
and
you.
Your father did an awesome job.
I think he did. And, you know, and that's what hurts me when they say these things. You know, Tony Pizza, I like disparaging black people. My father was from the Gambia, West Africa. That's where Kunta Kinte came from. My uncle is actually Karamu Kinte. And if you saw Roots, that's a whole nother story. I will give that on my show. But you know, they're very proud people. Mm-hmm. He was a good man. He loved his kids. Kids were everything to him. He really wanted sons, and all he got was daughters. He got one son. You know, he got what he wanted in the end. But when they say this stuff, it's not about me. It's him. You know, that's what upsets me. That's what brings to mind, because it was very hard for him raising 5 kids alone as a black man in England. You know, it was very hard for him, and I didn't appreciate him at the time. And I used to like think, oh, you know, but everything he went through now, it just breaks my heart, you know. But anyway, that's a whole nother story for another time. But
Josie, if you want,
thank you for sharing.
Josie, if you want to plug your book, I have someone over here. Miss Can't Be Wrong. Just Josie, can I get your books?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, the reason I didn't plug my books in the first place is because of what happened. As soon as they found out about my books, they started writing bad reviews. You know, my book's already been picked up, so I don't have the copyright to 2 of them. But, you know, the trolls on here started writing bad reviews. They're trying to, you know, they mess with your income. Do you understand? And it's like, that's why I didn't plug them, because my books were doing okay without YouTube. You know what I mean? But now it's out there. The trolls are going on there giving me bad reviews. They didn't read any of them. So, you know, they're trying to, New Beginnings, especially Lee Cole, that's his daughter. They're actively going on Amazon, trashing my books. And that's what I'm talking about when you go behind the scenes, what they're doing. You know, and you know, messing with somebody's livelihood is a whole nother thing out of YouTube. You know what I mean? We can argue on here. You can bash me. You can say whatever you want, but they take it to another level, you know? And so now they're trying to do that, which is why when I go home in a couple of weeks, I'm not doing it through the American court. I'm going through the High Court, because, you know, we have a treaty here with America that when someone messes with your copyright, someone messes with, you know, your life, like Sean Atwood, he's a English podcaster right now. He put a defamation strike against MRE. I don't think he was right in doing that, to be honest, because I think there's something off there. But anyway, in England, what happens is when you, like, if someone defames you or does what New Beginnings and Lee Cole is doing to me right now, in England, they shut you off entirely. Like MRE right now is not shown in England because of Sean Atwood. Do you see what I mean? Our laws are way stricter far as black people, gay people, whatever you want to say. They're way stricter. And so
and you know what? These people have so much hate inside them where they can't even control it, where they want to cut everyone else's video. And you know what? They can't even put their own content. They want to put other people's videos. Wait, let's talk about Jimmy Calandra video. This is what they do. They got no talent. They got nothing. You know, that's why they only got 3,000 subs. They got nothing. They got nothing going on. They're a bunch of creeps. And I can't stand none of them. None of them. I can't stand.
But you know, the thing is, Jimmy.
And the funny thing is, I gotta say, is that the Gaudis love this guy MRE. This is a guy that don't show his face. Okay, he don't show his name. So it goes to show you all about the Gaudis. Okay, and I gotta put this out there because I don't give a fuck. Okay, I gotta say it the way it is. Okay, so birds of a feather flock together. That's how it is. And what you do is you condone this guy MRE, the way he goes attacks people, and you people are no good, and that's it.
Yeah, I just think, you know, all right, YouTube is one thing, but when it goes out of that realm and it interferes with your livelihood, you know, they're interfering with your daily life, then that's a whole nother subject, you know. And I'm a fighter. My dad taught me one thing, and that was to fight, not only with my fist now, but to fight mentally every which way. And that's what I intend to do. You know, I'm not letting anyone use my shit to bash me and then, oh, I'm called a rat. Jimmy, when we signed up for YouTube, did they put the YouTube contract in your hand and burn it? Did you have a ceremony or something? You know, I mean, what the fuck? We're not, you know. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, for real. So, you know, sorry I had my little meltdown earlier, but
I'm going to tell you, look, I never put a saint in my hand and I never burnt it. So you know what? I could do all the talking I want.
There you go.
I cooperated, but look, I ain't a part of the mob. I'm not a mob member. So all these mob members that cooperated, you got to live with that because you're the ones who burnt the saint in your hand. I didn't burn it in my hand.
Right. You know, and that's what, you know, and again, when it comes to your opinion on something, you have the authority to have that opinion because you lived that life. You were in the streets. We weren't, you know, so yes, I'm going to listen to what you have to say, you know, as well as everybody else. But you are allowed your opinion. And if people don't agree with that opinion, too bad. You know, that's how I feel about it. I feel some people on here, it's kind of like they're a bit wishy-washy, flip-floppy kind of, you know, and it's starting to aggravate me, but I'm not going into that right now. But, you know, I say what I feel. That's how my dad raised me. We were raised to be loyal. We were raised to be respectful of people. We were raised to, you know, respect people. And that's what I try to do. At times I lose it. True enough, I have a temper. I'm half Irish. That's where that comes out. And a mad African. My dad was a mad African. So the mix doesn't necessarily always go so great. But, you know, hey.
But you know what? You mix the blood and you get a beautiful baby out of it.
Hey. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yeah, thank you. All right, so I'm going to go. Thank you for having me on, Jimmy. Take care, Ray Ray.
Thank you.
Again, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, Miss Josie. Number love, Miss Josie.
Thank you for coming on, and we'll see you soon.
Yeah, and let me know if you need any help with your book. I'm happy to help.
And stay strong.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Man, that was nice to talk to her.
Yeah, she's good.
Love her, man. Love her show.
Yeah, she's good. All right, so we're going to end this.
Yes, sir.
We're going to end this with my boy, Joey Smokes. I love this guy. He's great. He's positive. You're going to love him, too, and we're going to put him on now.
Jimmy, I want to say, what's up? Hey, Ray Ray, God bless you, man. Jimmy, God bless you. Hey, I'm gonna say nothing, Jimmy. Thank you for being patient with me sometimes. I did go through a lot in my life, and sometimes those things the trauma and the tragedy I went through, you know, having a schizophrenic stepfather, dealing with having to leave the house sometimes when he would go off in his delirium, and then dealing with my mother who was single and always there, and dealing with the violence and had a really violent life, abusive life growing up. My mother, she was very tried to do her best, but she's trying to do it on her own. Living that life caused me some trauma in my life, you know, tragedy. That's why I left, you know, I left with my family. You know, even though the brother that I call my brother, they were doing things that were illegal and a different life, they gave me a lot of love. So that's why I said, you know, the love was there. There was not that yelling and screaming and craziness that I grew up with. I would shout, my mother would shout, scream, yell, and it was a lot. And then I had to get out, you know what I mean? And that was my way out. That's why I seen two different worlds. Then having a grandfather who started his whole wholesale business. You talk about Mafia. My grandfather started a wholesale business in the 50s. Wow. Okay? Went to Las Vegas, everywhere. My grandfather started, it's called Dean Supply. My family, someone came from Russia. Talking about Mafia, I sat down with my grandfather one time. I asked him, he said, Joey, just to say we had some nice dinners. That's all he said. And that man would not talk about anything. Okay? Just say we had some nice dinners. That's all. Hey, Pop, you ever had to deal with hey, Joey, we had some nice dinners. That's it. Done. There was no other discussion. I come from that life. So you could sit out there, these people calling people names, like Joe, this is a beautiful soul. People like that, like this pizza guy. I told you I live two different worlds. I have Puerto Rican family, black family, Jewish family, Italian family, Thai family. I got family in Thailand that are in special forces in Thailand. They're from their family. Matter of fact, I got a lot of friends who are in special forces here who became my friends. And one guy told me, he said, Joey, I said, how do you do it? He said, I killed my heart, brother. If I didn't kill my heart, I couldn't do some of the things I did. But there's times that you got to kill your heart to do the things they see and what they do and what they see, the tragedy they see sometimes. And I learned that. And I learned to respect it. I always came from my heart. Okay, maybe sometimes do I talk a lot? Yeah, maybe I do. You don't always tell me shut up, move on, whatever, fine. I'm not going to hold it against you. And I feel like this, you know, Jimmy, and if I do that, sometimes jump in on me because I have that. It was something that happened with me. You know what I mean? And sometimes someone just has to remind me.
Keep on going.
Okay, because when that happened to me, I went through a lot, and it was good. And like you had someone in your life that helped you. I had someone help me because I could have went a different way. I could have used that intelligence and other stuff I had, that temper and all this other stuff to went a different way. You know, I remember my father used to carry around a 45 Magnum everywhere he went. They all knew him. He could shoot a tablet 50 feet away, an aspirin tablet. Hell's Angels, he used to have a gun shop, then a liquor shop, then later back in wholesale. My father. Hell's Angels, my mother used to tell me, Hell's Angels and cops would be shooting guns in the damn basement of his store. In the basement. I would still find bullet holes in the basement. Okay? Hell's Angels, imagine that, in the 70s. And cops shooting together. And matter of fact, one time I got arrested, the captain came into the jail cell and said, because I was I got an assault. He said, I shouldn't have paid the ticket because the guy told me, we had a lot of friends out there. Joe, if you wouldn't have paid this ticket, you wouldn't even be in jail. So I went and paid the ticket and they said, you got a warrant because I dragged this guy. And he said I hit him and I didn't. And I dragged him, but I did. So they put, and then all of a sudden the captain come in. I'm in jail. He was like, deciding, what you doing? I said, what's up? He goes, I knew you when you was a little baby. What you doing in here? They used to always get cold Whoppers. All of a sudden, they said, guys, man, all these Whoppers are warm today. Because they used to get food from Burger King. They said, we got fucking warm Whoppers today. How the hell did that happen? The guy came to me and said, Joe, what's wrong? I told him. He said, I just want to tell you, I knew you when you was a baby. You used to go to your dad's house, we shoot guns. This guy's a captain now in the police department there. There was a time when we had a sawed-off shotgun. That's what my dad, that was our security. Underneath the fucking counter was a sawed-off shotgun. Cocked, right there ready with two rounds in it if someone came in and wanted to fuck with us. No one would fuck with that store, believe me. Nobody. Nobody in that whole area in the clip. No one would fuck with that store. Trust me. And one day someone had said something threat to me. I took the sawed-off shotgun, put it in the warehouse. And a guy come up to me, he's Ricky, he was a cop. He's passed away. And he came to me, Joey, man, what's going on with you? I heard you moved the sawed-off shotgun in the warehouse. I said, yeah, someone threatened me. When they come in, they're going to get what they need. Joey, give me that shotgun, man. We're taking this out of here. Joey, just give me the shotgun. He went. Our dad never got it back. They said we got to take the shotgun out of here because if Joey gets a hold of it, we're gonna have someone with 2 holes in them. You know what I mean? So that's the life I live. I had 2 different lives. So finally, I had to realize, get my shit together. You know what I mean? Get my shit together. Because I have a grandfather who was successful. That's why I had some guys who did federal time came out and said, Joey, you don't need this life. Your life, you got a family with go. You got a lot to offer you, man. Learn that business. Do what you gotta do. Stay away from all this. You have this rationalized in you. Like you did, Jim, you have something else in you. You don't need this life. So I would try to always, like I said, pull people out of that life that I've seen my friends in that life. Even one time, one of my friends held a butcher knife to my heart. And I told him, we grew up together since 3rd grade. Kill me. You want to kill me? I love you. Just letting you know, the last words I'm going to tell you is I love you. He took it away because I wanted him to get out the game. I know I was going on him about it, but, he had a little a temporary insanity. But then he stopped. He said, Joe, just don't talk to me right now, Joey. And then, we're talking another time. And then he left. I said, I just want to tell you, I would love you and I would die for you, just to let you know. So the thing I'm trying to say is, I've seen different things. Yeah, we're all different. You might have been around the mafia. Some people have been around this and that. Just because people come from different hoods and different lives doesn't make their story less relevant. It's all bullshit. At the end of the day, it's street bullshit. And we all seen it. I got family in Florida who I remember when he got killed. My sister's fiance got killed. But when we went out to Florida, he had a father that was in Puerto Rico, freaking prison for 10 years. They was around what you call cartels, not mafia, cartels. So I'm gonna tell you, there's a lot of shit going on in this fucking world, okay? And a lot of different things and areas. I don't talk about everything, but the thing I do try to do is come from my heart. When I heard you, first time I heard you, Jimmy, I remember I was watching Sammy, and I related to you, Jimmy. And when I'm gonna tell you, there was other shows I watched, and you said don't watch, I stopped. I'm done because I heard things I didn't like. It was negative. It was bullshit. These other guys, I don't really want to give mention to their names because they're bullshit. Okay. I was blessed to have some law enforcement guys that I do love. And I don't have nothing against law enforcement, this and that. There's a lot of hate in this world. There's some great guys out there that actually flew inside and had restructured my life. We're talking about in the 90s or late 80s. We're talking about, mid 80s. We're talking 30 years ago. So I'm saying I had 30 years to grow, you know what I mean? And I learned. I actually learned a lot of things in security, a lot of things in different things because of these guys. One guy in particular took me in his arm. He was there. When I almost died, he held my hand. They thought I was catatonic, but I told him everything that happened. He said, how did you know that? You were supposed to be catatonic. I wasn't. I just was in a different world. Then I got through it. It took a lot to get through it. Don't get me wrong. At one point, I was a Thorazine monster. I had to learn, you know what I mean? Learn to control things in my life, you know what I mean? And come to understand it. You know what I mean? Why is this happening? Why did I have to go through this in my life? Why was my father was always successful. We had to struggle and see my mother struggle. You know what I mean? Her because she was so hurt and what she went through when she and everyone else had everything, she became kind of violent, kind of like, she was not around. She was always around because she was trying to in her own life trying to figure her out. So she would sometimes take it out of her, but she loved her. She gave us a lot of love too. What I'm trying to say is, so in my life, I've seen a lot of things. So like I told you, when my stepfather killed himself, and I had to, cut him down when my mother found him, and I had to go cut him down. That my hands was numb as hell when I that day, and we had just argued a couple of weeks ago. I had a little thing, and I asked him, "Why you do this, man?" He wanted to be my friend. So you're not my friend. You're my stepfather. I'm moving out. We had an argument. And I always regretted that because I told him I would have been your friend, man. I love you, man. At that time, I just was trying to get my life back together. I almost died. So I was like going on 19, and I just had shit on my head. I didn't want him to talk to me. You know what I mean? I loved him, but I didn't want him to talk to me. You know what I mean? At that point, because we just had, just bumping heads. I always had that problem with men. Every time men come in my mother's life, I didn't like them because it wasn't my father. So I had to struggle with that. You know what I mean? When I was a kid, I had a problem with that. You know what I mean? You're not going to tell me what to do. You're not my father. That was my big thing I used to say. But I realized when I got older, that was wrong. And I shouldn't, there was times I shouldn't have said that. Because, he was there for my mother, but he had schizophrenia and he killed himself. So I remember that day to this day. That's why when Halloween comes, I can't even see things hanging. Because when I see things hanging, it brings me back. People hanging shit out on the yard, skeletons, this and that. I dealt with that. And there's nothing to deal with when you see that the head's 3 times the size. And you're cutting someone down, and you have to, calm your mother down at the same time. And she went through a lot from that. She couldn't even think. She couldn't even cook a can of soup. So I had to be there for my mother. I never left my mother. Anytime my mother went through something, I was always there. And even though sisters, they went out, we're going to go out with this and that, I was always there for my mother. I didn't want her to be alone. I always be there for my mother. You know what I mean? Because no matter what, that's my mother. I was her baby boy. You know what I mean? Even though I have siblings and this and that, I lost some and I have some. Always been there for my mother. And like when I hear these guys out there disrespecting women and talking shit on women, I hate it. Like when I see people throwing money to guys who just don't do shit for themselves and talk about women, there's so many women out here who are strong, struggling. I see women that I know have 3 kids, have a 2 jobs, trying to make every day make good for them. I have a friend of mine, a girlfriend of mine. She had a son she raised by herself, who's a straight A student and an athlete. You know, I got friends who play in the Indians. You know, for the Cavs, I know Tristan Thompson. I know Kyrie Irving. I know Joe Hayden. I know Travis Kelce. I know them personally. They know me. They used to come in our lounge, our club. I run lounges and clubs out here in Cleveland. Okay? One of my friends who's playing in Indianapolis coach. I'm on his back every day to write a fucking book so he can go to the NFL. And he was in the NFL, played for the coach. And I told him, write your book. I'm going to be your manager. Give me 10%. Okay? So I got friends who've been there, and we talk about different things. I've been through what they've been through, and I love it because we talk, and I used to love playing football. And if a couple of things would have went a different way, I might have been playing football. A lot of friends thought I would have made it went pro. I don't know if that would happen, but I love football. And that's how I used to deal with things when I was growing up, play football, street football. But the thing is, you know, I've been around a lot of different things in my life. So I come from a different way. But I always said I'm going to come from my heart. But if I talk a lot or not, I don't care if someone interrupts me, cuts me off. It doesn't matter. If I don't catch it, remind me, because sometimes, because of what I went through and different things, I may not even see it. You know what I mean? Because it's just the way it is. But the thing is, I hate men out there who talk trash on women, and especially beautiful women who not. I don't care what you got against this person. She's a woman. I mean, she's a woman, and you should respect that woman. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. That used to be a saying. But I see this stuff on you. I've seen it on this YouTube. People are nasty on here sometimes. They don't give a fuck. They're low life. And you'll be right. You won't say the same thing you say in someone's face.
And this is the thing. And this is the thing. This is the thing. Joe smokes. You know why?
Right.
They can say anything they want because they're on YouTube. Let me see them say it to someone's face. Look, I gotta say it the way it is. Okay. Look, I try to be nice about it, but they're all creeps. They're all low lives. They're all looking for handouts, and they're garbage cans. That's what they are. They're garbage cans. To talk bad about a woman like that, you know, and to bully other people, what they do is they got all their little trolls, and they have their little soldiers going to attack me, going to attack other people, but they're garbage cans. This is what they are. And birds of a feather flock together. So anyone who is in their corner, you know what? That is what you are about. You do the same thing as them. You know, it's you tell me who you hang out with, and I'm going to tell you what you do.
And that's exactly the truth. And that's why, you know, we recognize, Jimmy and Ray, there was a time we had to step away from certain people just because we had to, because we're around that environment. If you don't, after a while, even you seen how I got wrapped up into something I didn't even want to do. I got wrapped up in selling. I didn't even want to sell a drug. Now I'm wrapped up into it because I need to help someone in that life, even though I love and respect. But when you're around people, you're in that environment. That's what sometimes happens. You don't even want to be. You're telling you got a devil on one side and an angel on the other, but sometimes that devil wins. So the thing is, you know, it's like when I talk to guys who've been through things. I remember, you know, like I said, I talked to, you know, different people who've been through. My godfather was one of the first black paratroopers. I took care of him. He had emphysema. His wife had MS. I left my home because he asked me could I stay with him, his daughter. I stayed with them. And on St. Clair, it was in a place in Cleveland neighborhood, rough neighborhood. And I stayed with him and helped him. And then I helped my godmother. I told you at 20-some years old, when I could have been in the clubs, hanging out with everybody. She had cancer, breast cancer. And she developed cancer, wasn't eating. I cooked her a soup, and the first thing that stayed down in her soup, and they would give her meals on wheels. I told her son, why are you giving her a meal on wheels? I cooked her a soup. She told me the next day that's the first thing that stayed down in her stomach. I stayed ended up staying with her. Her kids were in federal prison. She used to cry in the Bible, but she used to tell me, licks they're in prison and they're not dead. So they would call home and thank me. For one of her sons, who used to be a Philadelphia cop, became a drug, left that, went to Vietnam, became a cop. He told me a lot of stories back in Philly in them days. Then he became a drug dealer. Not like he was proud of it. He thought that was what became pretty big in that area. But then he went to federal prison. But he was a boxing trainer in prison. So he used to box. He was a Golden Glove boxer. So he used to call me up. And he used to talk in a certain way, like they talk down south. Like, hey, boy, thanks for taking care of mama. That's all I want to tell you. Thanks for taking care of my mama. Yeah. I love you. And I said, don't worry about it. She'll be fine. So then when her daughter went to prison, another one, because all my kids went to prison, they knew better. I raised them in the church. She said, I'll cry in this Bible, Joey, every night. And you know what? I got that Bible. When she passed away, I took that Bible and she cried into it. She said, thank you for taking me to my $1 million church. Because her church ended up, they made a $1 million church. It cost $1 million to make it. And she said, I told them they should just renovate the other church. But I got to see a $1 million church, and she was so proud of that because she had a lot of faith in God. And she said, thank you for getting me there. I said, I told her you'd get better, and you would. When my grandmother got dementia, and as an older time, my grandfather called me to help, I helped her. And 9 days later, she got a lot better. My grandfather told me, thanks for coming and helped me get my wife back. And he died at 94, though. She died later. I took care of them. When they asked me to, I stopped living in my place downtown and said, what you need me to do? I need your help. I'm there. I need you to drive me around. I need you to do this. I need you to help your grandma. I did it. Okay, he said, I didn't even know you were going to be the one that was going to help me one day. But I seen what you did for other people, and I knew you had it in your heart. So my grandfather told me, okay, what you did, he said, was a mitzvah. So I'm going to tell you something. I've seen a lot of things and heard a lot of things on this YouTube that's disgusting. How you guys can sit back and lay your heads at night, look at your kids if you have them, knowing this crap you wrote on this page, different pages, knowing how you attack people for what they look like, what they're wearing. You don't know why what they're going through in their mind. You don't know what kind of life they live, the hell they had to endure, and they're trying to just keep it together one fucking day. A nice word from Jimmy keeps them going, maybe. Decide that they will live another day, or from someone else. But you want to attack people's looks, the way they talk, their faults. Look, motherfucker, I'm talking to you that does this. So when I say motherfucker, I'm not talking to the good people on here. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. You got issues. You're not happy with your life. Go look at yourself in the mirror and ask yourself, what the fuck is wrong with you to act like that to everyone else? Judge everybody for what they've been through. Judge motherfuckers because they did this and did that crime and had to do something to save their life. Not live in a fucking prison cell 6x6. Because some people's pride, which kills you, but Jesus said, they didn't see the other way out. And you want to talk about some of the law enforcement officers who will save your fucking life, even you're a scumbag, will come and save your fucking life if they had to, even though you're calling them a rat cop. But that rat cop will probably save your fucking life and your family's life if he had to, even if it had to lose his own life. Or that fed. Maybe doing shit out here, making sure you're safe, making sure this world is safe. Because some people do belong in prison. Some people belong under the prison for shit they're doing, the kids and everything. So don't fucking get it twisted. There is people that are in prison that's innocent and need to come out. There's some laws we need to think about and change for drugs and shit. We should have a different type of prison set up for people who have certain crimes. Shouldn't have to put this guy next to a murder. But you know why they do that? They need to try to balance it. If you have all murders living together, what the fuck's gonna happen? So what I'm saying to you motherfucker, the ones that get on here talk shit about me, Jimmy, Josie, Ray, every motherfucker but in your own fucking life. Even you need to probably even talk about yourself. Look in the mirror, start saying the bullshit you say on here, and say it to your fucking self. Because you're low life. You have nothing. I can sit with one day with Michael Francis like I already did, eating dinner across from his wife, or we're on a boat, a yacht, motherfucker, a yacht. And I'm talking to him about something I felt was in my heart. That's the people God puts around me. And believe me, we're going to start having Bible study and different stuff. God has given me beautiful people in my life. I thank God Michael Francis is there in my life if I need to talk to him. His team. His beautiful team. I got to talk to Joe Frazier Jr. and he told me, get some of this stuff off your chest, Joey. I talked to him in Vegas. When I was in Vegas in the hotel, we had a Zoom and he helped me. I can talk to Joe Frazier Jr., and he's a blessed man. I can talk to In the Circle. I encourage everyone to join that. And we don't tolerate negative bullshit, low life shit. Every rant, I encourage you on Jimmy's page. Get rid of these scumbags. Even if the viewership goes down, get rid of them. Rent them out. You see they're talking shit about someone, rent it out. We don't tolerate nothing but positivity here. And if you want to be negative, you want to insult people, I don't give a fuck how or what, it's not funny. Get the fuck off. Because Jimmy will grow and Jimmy will be successful. Because when this movie comes out, a lot of you guys are what we call catch the vapors. Remember that song, Catch the Vapors? A lot of y'all do. And you'll be back. You'll be back. You're like, you're always going to be back because you're all going to catch the vapors when Jimmy make it real big. And I got a movie I'm making and a couple of things I'm working on. I was in LA talking to some people. Okay, actors and producers. I'm not gonna name names. My friends a championship boxer trains the celebrities in Hollywood, Grammy Award winners, different people on Netflix. I'm not telling your name on here, but Jimmy will know it because y'all some dumb fools. Some of you on here, but I will tell it later. Okay, he trains them. He was a boxer. I grew up with him. Okay, now he's training celebrities in Hollywood right there. Okay, so I will have connections with Jimmy. I will have things going on. Even Michael, I want to just network with people. That's what I like to do. I'm here about realness. I would sit down and talk to Sammy. I wouldn't judge Sammy. I would sit down and hear him out and not judge this man. That's why I don't. And I'm not using Sammy as an example. There's many more like him. But I'm talking to you motherfuckers out there who are negative, who want to get on all these YouTube channels and talk your bullshit. Okay, like Jimmy said, you be popping up daisies if you were out in the real world. Don't know who you're always fucking with. Don't get it twisted. You don't always know who you fucking with. Then like they say, a nice guy, don't never take a nice guy for granted. Don't never take his niceness for weakness. Because a lot of us out here, like Jimmy and all, got good hearts. But don't get it twisted. So we could flip on a dime. That's why the people in our lives encourage us not to.
100% from zero
you
to
know, and I love you, brother. I love you. And I love what you're doing, Rave Dog. And I don't care if people want to say what you want to say. Put it down.
Thank you, buddy.
Put it down. But you know what? Start putting pictures of your real self instead of just your letters on there. Okay? So we can see what you are. And if you got some guts, come on here and talk. Got some balls? You want to talk your shit? Come on here. We want to hear it. Jimmy will put you on. We want to see what you are. We want to shine the light on you, cockroach. So come on here and say what you want to say on here. Let's all hear it. Let's all hear it. Let's see who you fucking are. Let Sammy see who you fucking are when you call him a rat. Let's do it. Because you never would have said that shit to him back in 1975, 79, 80. Believe that. You never would have said that shit to Jimmy 95. So all I'm going to tell you is stay on there. You don't have to like me because I'm not here for friends. I'm not here for views. I'm not here for nothing. I'd rather you hate me than love me. Because I know the ones that love me, they're going to always be there for me. And the haters, I pop them off my collar. So all I'm going to say is I love you, Jimmy. I had to get that off my chest. I'm sorry. I'm long-winded. You know what I mean? You guys are definitely not want to go a couple rounds because definitely I got a few rounds in me. You know what I mean? I can breathe. So I'm going to tell you something. I love you. Well, we used to tell, I was in the construction. You know what the guys like that they would do? I talked to one union guy. He told me, he said, Joey, one time we had a guy run his mouth, talking shit on people. His foreman. When they got up there on the fucking scaffolds, they stepped on his toes and told him, look down, motherfucker. Because it's a long way down. Accidents happen every fucking day. Right. So motherfuckers out there, get the shit right. Talk to people with respect. Because no one wants to hear that shit. Okay? No one. Jimmy, encourage your renters behind the scene. Start acing these guys off. Getting them off of your page. You don't need them. If they're on there talking shit, negative, hey, get them off of it. You don't need them. Okay? And they know what to look for. They know what to look for. And I like these renters. They're doing a good, they got a hell of a job out there. But do it. You know, if you got people not making fun of people doing this and doing that, get rid of those guys. They're clowns. No one needs it. There's too much shit going on in this world today with COVID and all this other stuff. We need more positivity. We need more network. We need to help each other. Like we're helping Ray Ray. We're going to help you, Jimmy. I want to get this book your sister-in-law had, your cousin. I want to get these books. I want to help the people I can help. And I would definitely tell Michael when we're doing some type of Zoom soon. I know we're going to be doing some Bible study. Someone reached out for me there that he wants to do that. I'm going to reach out to him and talk about Ray Ray, talk about your organization with him. You know what I mean? I always do that. I try to just say what I want to say and then I leave it like that. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not a perfect person. You know what I mean? And I'm definitely not polished in any way. But I try to say the best way I can. I try to be positive to everybody on here. That's what I try to do. That's why I love what you're doing for the kids. We used to deliver beds to the kids. A lot of kids didn't even have beds. I
Yeah.
remember I would deliver beds to the kids, and they'd be on the floor. And they call me because, hey, there's a snowstorm. Can you get this crib over there? I said, yeah. In a snowstorm, I get it there. I set up the crib. Sometimes I would fix the wall. I see a hole in the wall. I said, man, let me fix this hole right there.
Yeah.
The kids falling, in that hole. So I would do little things. One time a lady had a tricycle. Can you fix this tricycle? Yeah, I'll fix that tricycle for your kids too before I leave. I used to do that. I love, giving stuff like you see these kids don't have no beds. And I think we need a lot more programs like that. But everything is what you're doing, God bless you. Jimmy, what you're doing, God's working through you. And I told you this before.
100%.
God is working through you. If you don't know, no one, no apologies, nothing. You're great people. Like you had Tommy Day. I had Richard Mack. Richard Mack was a sergeant out here. He could have been a chief. And he was God there for me. Yeah, thank God. And he passed away.
Tommy Days is my man.
Yeah, Tommy Day's a beautiful man, and I'm gonna tell you, like I used to go in his house. He told me about his son, his special forces and everything too. He was a good man. He was there for me when my stepfather killed himself. My mother, I couldn't find her. She left. I didn't know where she went. He came to the house. I'll never forget. I answered the door. He had his gold badge on. Hey Joe, that's what's up. He's like, your mom's all right. She wanted me to make sure you know. I was going crazy knowing where she was. I didn't know what happened to her, but he came to see how I was doing, and that friendship we had for years. He's want to help me, encourage me to get into construction, later get into security. He was there for me. He was always there whatever I went through. So telling me you're different in this, Joey. You got to make. I'm gonna be here for you. You know what I mean? He gave me encouragement like Tommy Day did for you. I love the story how you jumped through his window when he was out of town and you stayed at Tommy's house. You know what I mean? I love that story, man.
For 2 days.
For 2 days. I love that story, and I love Tommy, and I hear them talk. I would love to see another show with him on there too. But I'm saying I would love to see you and Tommy on Michael Francise's show doing a sit down. It would be a great sit down, But I'm gonna tell you, I really want to tell you, encouraging you, man. Some of this stuff you gotta filter through, man, because there's so much bullshit out here, man. You gotta filter through it. It's sad. With the internet is great in some ways, but the internet is not. You gotta filter so much through this stuff. And people, if you really are happy with yourself, making a negative comment or that, if that's what makes you happy, you really got to check yourself. And if you have kids, I worry about how you raising them. I really do. That's why we're having bullies in the school. Think about it. If you could see an adult acting like this, doing this to other adults on here, and you don't know what they're dealing with. God forbid what you're teaching your kid and what they're going to school doing. I've been through all that when I was a kid. It's sad. Think about what we have to be more responsible how we act. Whether your kids see it, would you do this? Ask yourself, would you do that stuff when your kids watching, your wife's watching, or whatever? Was that how you would act? Is that how you'd want your kids to act when you get on this YouTube? Ask yourself that. And if it isn't, why are you doing it? Why are you doing it? You ain't proud enough to show what a nice, positive thing to say. And I know it's not going to always happen. Because like I told you, Jimmy, a lot of evil out here. Evil likes misery. Misery likes company. They love that shit. They'll find ways to make everything I say. They'll find something. Oh, you talk too long. Jimmy should have cut him off. I had to pray for Jimmy. He'll cut him off. Some knucklehead said that. No, I told him I don't think Jimmy, I don't think you had to go to the Archangels when I talk to you. Do you? I think you actually enjoy talking with me. I would think.
Hey, look, you know what? Let them say anything they want. What I do is I ignore them.
Right.
Hey, you know what? You got the platform. I let you talk whatever you want to say. I'm saying I love your positiveness. I love your heart. I'm saying, and bro, you know what? Listen, I look. I love the way you are. You're strong. You don't give a fuck. And you know what? That's how you have to be in this world today. But you got to be respectful towards others. You know?
That's right. I believe in that. There's a time, when you have. That's the thing with us. Sometimes people have to, get us on that side we don't want to bring out. But we try to, we're trying to be respectful with everybody. But then there's some things like when they did. I've seen this lady crying almost. How they treat her, man. Why would you go and do something on her business? If you didn't read her book, what are you doing putting comments on her book? That's just low life shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, fine. Like you said, keep it in the whatever you're doing. That's wrong too. But don't go into someone's livelihood. I always just say this. One time I was doing construction and they tasked me to do something in a room. I'm sweeping it out. You know how the unions are. Another guy came up to me. I'm a laborer. You ain't supposed to be sweeping. But my foreman told me to sweep. Another guy come up to me. He's a foreman. He's a laborer, whatever. I looked at both of them. I'll never forget. I had my dead-on hammer on the side of me. I said, I'm gonna ask you one question. Do you want to step out this door and discuss this with me? Because this is my livelihood. You want to talk to someone, talk to the foreman. He asked me to do this, not me. But if you got a problem with me, let's just step out this back door real fast. And then we'll see what happens after that. We'll see who's sweeping the floor.
Well,
That
listen,
conversation was done. That conversation was done, Jimmy. Done. They both left. I didn't see them again. It was done.
but
Okay,
listen,
don't fuck with people's livelihood.
but Joe D, listen, let me end this. Okay, listen.
Right.
I love you. You're my brother.
I love you, brother.
Okay. And
I love you. Boom,
say-
fist,
just,
brother.
Hey,
God first.
yeah, God first,
That's right.
100%. God first.
I love you guys. Thank
That's-
you.
Thank you. Love you, man.
And that's what my
Joe
mother
D, I love
always said.
talking to you.
And that's what my mother always said. My mother always said, God first. You know,
Blessed woman.
and
Blessed woman.
she always had that. Even if I was sitting on the toilet bowl, there was always some kind of passage on the wall about God. You know, it might have been Proverbs or something else, and there was also some kind of passage. You know, and my mother always told me, she said, Jimmy, you can't serve two masters, meaning God above and the guys on the corner.
Yep.
Absolutely. She was a blessed woman.
Yeah,
That's how my godmother, she reminds me a lot like my godmother went to church. Like that, man. She was a blessed man. That's why, Jimmy, like I said, you had something here. God knew it. She planted a lot of seeds in you.
Yeah.
And you're planting them back.
Absolutely.
Well, listen, guys.
God bless you.
Hey, it was great tonight. Thank you
Yes.
all of you for coming. Ray, we raised some money for those kids.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you to Joe D. Thank you for what you gave.
Anytime. I'm going to do
Thank you
more.
for your love. Thank you for your positive, and thank you for your strength, man. And I know you got my back 100%. And I'm so proud to call you my friend.
I love you, man. I call you my friend any day. And when I do get to New York, trust me, we'll go out and on me. We'll have a dinner. Ray, you want to join us? And hey, on me, brother. Definitely.
Right
all right.
on, thank you.
I'll get there. I have to wait after the holidays, but I'll definitely be there.
Anytime.
Thank you.
Love you.
All right, guys.
Love you guys.
I love you, man. And I'll see you
Love
soon.
you.
Ray, I'll be in
Love
touch
you,
with you.
Thank you, buddy.
Tommy D, I got to give you my number. Okay. So
God bless you.
Send me an
Thank
email or something.
Man.
All right. I'll
Save
see
the
you
children.
Thanks, guys. I love you.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
Thank you.
Love you all.
I'll see you soon.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
All right, Ray. I'll see you soon.
Buddy.
Okay.
Thanks so much, man. I cannot thank you enough, brother. Thank you so much.
I'll give you a call later on today. I'll give you a call tomorrow or something.
Yeah,
right?
that'd be great, buddy. Thank you.
Hey, we did good. I'll see what we raised, and it's coming to you and the kids. Okay.
God, guys, thanks again so much, man.
You're the best.
Don't even know how to say thank you.
Nah, listen, hey, you know what? It wasn't me. It was all these people that support. You know.
Exactly.
So,
thank you all.
Yep. See you soon.
God bless, brother.
I'll see you soon. Thank you.
God bless.
Yep.
Thank you.
God bless. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everyone coming in. We did a really good job. We raised money for these kids. I feel good about that. I want to do so much more for them. And, this might be a beginning of something very positive, productive, and giving back to the kids, maybe mentoring, helping out as much as I can, you can. We can all be involved in this. Now, I also want to, give a shout out to a couple people. Let me get this together and put this, because I don't want to say this. The elementary school that we raised the money for, South Dodge Elementary, Eastman, Georgia. These kids deserve the best. All our kids deserve the best. God bless my kids, your kids. They all deserve to be happy, to be children, and to have love in their life. So I also want to give a shout out to Fatball Sicilian. If you can, sub to him. He does the right thing. He keeps a lot of people on their toes. Josie, give her some subs if you can. Look, I just want to do the right thing. These are good people to me. And if you could sub to them, I appreciate. To my man Stacks, that's my boy. He has a good heart. And Joey D, Ray, all the people who gave. Boston J, thank you. Live and let live. And until next Sunday, let's do this again. I love you guys. You guys are really good. And thank you for all you did tonight. Pazzo, too. Thanks for your moderation and stuff like that. Well, it's been a good night. Until then, next week, I'll see you soon. Love you. Bye.